To quote Agent Simmons, "We're hot, we're live." Oh. All right. Let me know. I still got. So I can read it as I'm going. View and live. Okay, here we go. There's the chat. What the heck? All right. No, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. Still reconnecting. What the hell? I guess we'll see what this does. This is annoying. I really hate that it's being a pain in the ass. Your laughing at me isn't helping, Austin. So I guess just let me know if this is doing well. Don't worry, also, I'm not actually mad. I hate doing it like this though. I feel like I can't get a good position to really show off stuff as well, so that's a little annoying. And of course the tripod leg is like right fucking there. We'll make it work. Cause right now, at least, I don't know about you guys. First, hi. I don't know. Okay, it looks like everything's good. I'm not seeing the reconnecting pop up, and that's kind of hard for me to see sometimes when I am, not looking at my phone. So, got the chat pulled up here. That's cool. So hello everyone. After once again a typical start with these things, it seems like. Yeah, I want to do a stream again since it's been a while, and kind of focus on Dark of the Moon a little bit since now it's like a few weeks past its 15th anniversary. The retrospective went up a little over a week ago, and Hob says they see Mountain Dew. Hell yeah, whether it's filling up my cup. Yeah. So Tiresome Rhinox, how are you doing? Hey, I'm doing good. I wasn't feeling the best when I woke up, so there was a part of me that was like, is the stream even going to happen today? But thankfully it is. I'm feeling better now. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to chat Dark of the Moon. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to add much input since, you guys listened to my damn near hour and a half input on that movie. But I'm gonna transform, just give something visual going on here. I'm going to transform some figures, mostly ones that I used when doing the background footage, or what I call my B-roll of figures. So you'll see a lot of that stuff, mainly Studio Series. As for what I have shown off here, I'll kind of go through that first. We got Age of the Primes, Liege Maximo. I love Liege Maximo. He's always been a favorite character of mine for one reason or another, and I like this figure a lot. It's pretty cool. Then there is Planet X Shockwave. I think its name's like Coas, something like that. I forget. It's War / Fall of Cybertron Shockwave. Then we got, Dark of the Moon related, Dino / Mirage. This is the undersized version of the Unique Toys figure. It's like DP something. DP. But, and he's pretty cool. My main annoyance with him is that I've had some paint scratching mainly on these things with how they kind of stuff into the car mode. And this arm, at the shoulder where it rotates, it pops off and it annoys the hell out of me. Yeah. Yeah, now you're the one who's late. Try talk. Hey, but also, you guys, one thing I'm gonna start doing is not trying to stick so hard to like going in order of messages. Since I'll be doing stuff and it might take me a few minutes, and so like if there's something that you really absolutely need to tell me or want me to answer or something like that, Just, if I don't get to it, send it again later. Don't spam the chat, but just let me know. But going back to this, then here's the Unique Toys Nero clear version. This is meant to, semi-clear, whatever you want to say, since it's not the whole figure. But this is meant to reference the, I modeled Galvatron after Optimus Prime. Why does he keep looking like Megatron? And it's, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this guy a lot. I am very careful with transforming him because I actually broke the inside joint because I don't know, probably won't be able to show this off super well, but like in there, that's clear too. And but I've loosened up the joints, and that's helped a lot. Only thing is the ball joint his hands on is kind of loose. That sucks a little bit. And then the last one I got up here, the big boy. Did I get them for Slow Z? Brendan, what's up, my guy? Actually, all of these I got for Show Z except for Liege Maximos. That's funny. But then this is the New Age Duel, Dark of the Moon Megatron, obviously. He's pretty damn cool. He is probably the best Dark of the Moon Megatron, especially for like Masterpiece that you can get. Especially for the truck mode. The truck mode is fantastic. The robot mode's great too. I do find that I feel like he, and this is wild considering how he looks, but I do feel like he could be a little more detailed. I don't know. There's something about him where I'm like, I don't feel like he's quite there, but he still looks pretty good. Got a posable wire cape, so that's pretty wild. I don't know, just kind of like, it stays in place. Holy fuck. But yeah, probably show more him a bit later. Yeah, the figures look pretty cool indeed. Galvatron, handsome dude. Yes, he is. Joyce yelling about Galvatron is pretty funny. So let me oh, that's the Age of Extinction guys I'll probably do on this chat or stream as well. Hold on. I got these guys are just in a friggin' box. Let's see here. Hold on. Algorithms! Math! Sentinel Prime. Joshua Joyce, I wouldn't call him one of the only good parts, because I think there's a lot of good parts to Age of Extinction, but he's definitely one of the best parts for me. Freaking Stanley Tucci is awesome. Love him. Oh, well, that's Hatchet's tail. New Age needs to do a RTF and 07 Megatron. That would be awesome. Also, hello, J-Man. I would love to see a third party tackle 07 Megatron, because I do think the NPM is pretty great, all things considered. Yeah, big backpack, blah, blah, blah. But otherwise, I think he's pretty great. I just feel like the 07 Megatron design is so freaking hard to do. Because there's so little of the jet mode there. I feel like you're either gonna have like the NPM have a backpack, or the Studio Series have really chunky legs. Maybe there's a good in between that a third party can do, but I don't know, man. Let's see, Eric tagged me. I still have that many Dark of the Moon Megatron figures given from my older. Hey, that's awesome. Do you think Revenge of the Fallen would have been better if it was delayed to 2010? Mate, that's so hard for me to think about. I think it would have been. I feel like they would have had more time to cook. Be able to iron some things out and whatnot. Not have to worry about not having a full script, this and that. Although I would still maintain, I don't know how many people would agree with me. I think all things considered, man, I wiped this down. I guess the bottom of that box was dusty. Friggin' dirtied up my desk here. But I think all things considered, Dark of the Moon, or Revenge of the Fallen, is pretty good for a movie that had the issues that it did. Say, Talon, what do you think is the best looking Transformers film in live action? Oh, man. Definitely one of the Bay movies. I thought Bumblebee looked okay. Rise of the Beast just looks not great. I don't know how else to put it. Time for a sip from Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You better live every day like it's a Baja Blast, or it could be your Baja last. Mountain Dew. But favorite looking at, I'll probably say Dark of the Moon. I like the way the movie looks. Most of it, I kind of like how a lot of scenes have that sort of like blue look to them. Yeah, the CGI is pretty great across the board. There's the only scene in Dark of the Moon where I feel like the CGI looks a little iffy is CGI Sam when he's being flung around by Starscream, especially the slow motion shot. But that's about it. This is the Studio Series Crankcase, who I just consider like a protoform because obviously he's not actually accurate to Crankcase, so he's just going to go over here. So I'm putting everybody into their vehicle modes. Same for Roadbuster. He has the DNA stuff. He's going over here. And Topspin, who also has the DNA upgrade kit stuff. So, yeah. First off, I'll be doing Studio Series Dark of the Moon Q/Wheeljack, I guess. And while doing it, trying to, read about that. Dark of the Moon is probably, my favorite looking one. In your opinion, which Dark of the Moon prequel is most likely canon, the game, or Rising Storm? They both have their pluses and minuses, I guess. I prefer Rising Storm, if for no other reason than, tying in the rest of the movie comics in general. Because I am going to make a video on this. I've been saying this for actually a couple years now. But I feel like the ideal Bayverse timeline is the comics and the first 3 movies. Because the comics fix more issues than they create. And, now I could also include Age of Extinction in that, because I don't really think anything in the IDW comics really contradicts Age of Extinction, because I don't feel like the creator stuff really contradicts anything from the first 3 movies. I just feel like they really needed to explain that more, and I blame The Last Night for that more than anything, but maybe that's just me. But, then I said, oh, I'm not going to go back and do blah, 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 but, favorite scene from Dark of the Moon? Aw, man. I feel like I might have mentioned that in the, retrospective, so I'm not sure. I'm, just for the sake of answering right now, the highway chase. Or, no, I'm going to take that back. Optimus Prime's mile-long rampage, as I've called it for, like, years now. That scene is fucking awesome. By the way, the more I think about it, it'd be better if Dark of the Moon was the second movie in the trilogy, Revenge of the Fallen. You know what, Cyberlight? I have thought about that before. Because my thing is, when you kind of look at the, like the escalation of stakes, I feel like, Revenge of the Fallen was the high points. I mean, not only is the whole planet at stake, but the whole freaking solar system. Now, of course, there's no life on the other planets here and whatnot. But still, like the whole solar system would just be fucking destroyed if the Fallen got what he wanted. And yeah. So I'm with you there. Fortunately, Revenge of the Fallen could not be rescheduled due to existing contracts. Yeah, and Paramount was very like, hey, you're going to have it released on this date. And if I remember right, too, Babe was very much so like, I don't want anybody to, like, have to worry about a job with, like, his crew. He's very loyal to his crew. Mountain Dew should sponsor me. Thank you. Zodiac, my guy. I enjoyed watching Dark of the Moon heaps upon my rewatch that night. Yeah, I need to, rewatch it soon. Spoiler alert, I actually didn't rewatch it for the retrospective. But I mean, I knew that, like, I could probably close my eyes and watch the movie, you know what I mean? Too, obviously this is Last Night Berserker, but like, he's close enough to, Crankcase, I bought a second Berserker. That one I customized into a more movie accurate, Berserker. And this one I've been meaning to customize into Crankcase. I've had that idea since 2018, and I still haven't done it. So, Maybe I'll get around to it one day. But when Talon says he's gonna get out some stuff for visuals, what he really means, he's gonna flex his collection. I swear, I'm not. I don't mean it quite like. Oh, that's funny. Oh, hey, and Hob said that doesn't want to leave. Yeah, Mile Long Rampage is great. Hell yeah. Only complaints after Dark the Moon is that the fact Optimus didn't use his other close quarter weapon against Sentinel. It's so wild to me. Like, I freaking love how Optimus is, like, you know, Sentinel has his double sword, or double bladed sword, and his shield. Optimus is like, nah, bitch, I'm coming at you with 2 offensive weapons. A big ass axe and a sword. Love it. Tell Mountain Dew to sponsor you so you don't Baja blast your brains out. Jesus Christ. Starscream would have easily taken up Megatron's role in this version of Dark of the Moon. I still think, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the video. I mentioned this somewhere, though. Maybe it was during the live chat for the premiere of the retrospective. I think like a cool thing that Dark of the Moon could have done. Not saying this would have been better, but could have been done. Is have, you know, especially since Starscream is there during that scene where Sentinel attacks Megatron, have him join, like, take Sentinel's side. Like, maybe after Sentinel does that, Starscream comes over and he's just like, you know, you're weak, Megatron! And, you know, something, I don't know. Then maybe have Megatron kill him. I think that could have been a neat way to go with Starscream. Granted, I don't mind his death in the movie. As I said, I know a lot of people don't like it. It is what it is. I still feel like it worked. Starscream's a bully. He tried to take on someone that he thought he was stronger than, and he, long story short, he fucked around and found out. So sorry if I'm taking things a little off camera. I'm not gonna lie, this mold, like all versions of it, are a slight pain in the ass to transform. Oh, of course, right when I think I got it, this is fucked up. Stuff like this that makes me want to go to the roof and take the quick way down. Blows my mind that people insult Bay as a person just because they don't like. Yeah, I don't like that either, because by all accounts, Bay has shown to be a nice guy. And you know what? I was going to include this in a misinformation video. Maybe I still will. It's just the stuff is a little iffy. But long story short, people have been trying to be like, oh my god, Michael Bay's in the files. You know, a certain you know, thing of files. And it's like, that's technically true. But it's because of, like, mail receipts or something like that, and even advertisements for his movies. That's it. And I really hate that people are trying to turn this around to, like, Michael Bay is this really awful human being, and it's like, that's not the case, guys. There's plenty of people whose names are in there that, like, you know, never did anything bad. But that's neither here nor there. Ooh, I see an orange name tag. Also from Eric. I saw someone who said that DEFCON does not exist in the Bayverse because he was never named DEFCON in the movie. I find that logic dumb. I mean, like, to a certain point, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. But yeah. But again, I don't agree. Love how people ignore the fact that Peter ended up liking the line in the aftermath when Bay showed him the fully rendered scene. Are you talking about, like, the... I think that might have been the "We Will Kill Them All" scene, because there's an interview from 2011. He doesn't specifically say that's it, but given what he's talked about with that line and whatnot, what he says in the interview, it makes me think it's the "We Will Kill Them All" scene. And it was Austin, I believe, who found that and showed it to me. And yeah, it's just like, damn, he used to be cool with it. What happened? Alien Attack is still on my shit list for not releasing their Hound crate case of Crowbar. Yeah, it'd be great if those actually came out. Hey Talon, love your videos. Have you ever picked up the Ultimate Edition 3D Blu-ray combo pack that was released? It's the best way to watch Dark of the Moon. Yes, I have that one. Now, I have not been able to watch the Blu-ray. I don't have a like a 3D TV or anything, and I don't know anyone that has one, unfortunately. But I do have that one. Cause that's the one that comes with all the special features, right? Because they released like the bare bones Blu-ray in like September 2011, and then they released a super awesome one like later, which is kind of wild now that I think about it. But damn, it'd be cool if you could plug the fuck in. There we go. Also, hey, to anyone, I have not shared the stream, so like, if anyone's in the server, maybe do like a tag or something like, hey guys, the live stream's going, even though it's been for like 20 minutes now. Apparently, a lot of ILM people say Bay is one of the best directors to work for in regards to not forcing them to rush out stuff. Yep. Zane is insane. Says Age of Extinction does not exist. Last Night does not exist. Nope, I disagree. Age of Extinction does exist. And for better or worse, whether we want to accept it or not, The Last Night does indeed exist. Now, a lot of the times, I do kind of forget The Last Night exists, because I also don't care for that movie, despite not, like, absolutely hating it. But, yeah. The Great Sentinel Prime. Oh, I maybe should have shown this while he was a robot, but I'll show you guys the kit that I have for him. With like all of his weapons and stuff. Oh no, I forgot that those things are a little annoying as well. Infernicus needs to be in more Transformer stuff. I agree. I had a cool idea for I was writing scripts and stuff for a stop motion series that I never got around to. But one of the ideas I had was to have Infernicus be, they were like servants of the Fallen. You know, I thought it would work well with kind of like the demonic look that the Infernocons have. And, like, they were going to be like his personal army or something like that. Yeah. I have a friend who doesn't like the "we will kill them all" line, which I think is fair. He at least understands that it's something that needs to... I mean, look, it's one thing if you don't like it. It's just when people start getting like, oh, it's fucking out of character, and man, shut up. I'm just like, guys, like, there is nothing wrong, at least in my opinion, especially in a war, with killing genocidal, literal monsters. Granted, I had this one guy a few weeks back argue with me when he was like, well, not all the Decepticons are monsters. What about Wheelie and Jetfire? You know, that proves your point wrong. I'm like, my guy, like, yeah, sure, I say all. Do you think I literally mean every single freaking Decepticon? It's a vast majority. He was being very, like, nitpicky and this and that. I didn't like interacting with that guy. Sanku? Yeah, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please don't hurt me. Talon, you have a Discord. I do! The Discord is, private, though, and it's mainly for people who, are a part of the Patreon. But, also we have a age thing. It's an 18 and plus server, not because like everyone's wildly sharing, you know, adult material or something like that. Although there is the occasional RC gift that gets passed around. But you know, we just want to make sure there's like adults in there, so we're not having to worry about like freaking kids showing up. Hi guys, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. But, what's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid. No, I'm not. Eric M. I warmed up the TLK. I have too, to a certain extent. I find it very funny, both in ways it was meant to be and ways it is not. I need to watch it again soon. Not everything has to be like G1. Krister said that. Yes, I agree. And I think that making everything so G1 related lately has been holding back the franchise as a whole. I don't even need everything to be Bay stuff. Just like, again, go back to like 96 through like 2011, 2012 or whatever. You know, so much stuff that was just genuinely different. I don't know. Oh god, or No, okay, I forgot. You just got. Haha. I'm gonna leave these down though. I don't want that up for storage. And you know what? Fold this back too for storage. But yeah, I will show off some of Sentinel's accessories. Um, so, you got obviously his sword. Which why is it being a pain in the ass to plug? That's weird. But you got the sword, which is very nice. Got the Cybertronian symbols and stuff on there. Optimus Prime is not Superman. A lot of people have to understand that. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. What if all the Transformer continuities were a united timeline? That'd be wild. The G1 pandering needs to stop. Agreed. I really disliked the last night, but I bought it a second time just to get the Target exclusive slip cover. Also have the Steelbook. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember what the Target slip cover was. Here's his Rust gun. Very nice. I love it. Kind of wild that this hasn't been a more consistent, like, accessory for Sentinel to have. Got a shield. You know, looks like a shield. Not too much to say there. Then it comes with a lot of smaller stuff. There's the handle for you to, like, you know, figure out how you want to do that. He comes with these pieces. They are parts forming, but they make up heels to make his feet a little more accurate, which is, you know, it's neat. And then he comes with, you can plug this on his arm, his right arm, to represent, like, it's whatever, like, I think this thing is that goes on his arm. And he also had some gap fillers too. I think, like, they go into the thighs. But yeah. Any idea why Dino Mirage being executed was cut and replaced with Q/Wheeljack being executed? I think it might have had something to do with Francisco Quinn having health issues. I kind of doubt it was because of that, to be honest. I really feel like because of how much they were just giving Bay and everyone such a fucking just hassle. I feel like they were like, we don't want a character to die. Even though Mirage has two deaths, he either has his head ripped off by Starscream or by Soundwave, depending on if you read the novel or the comic book adaptation. I'll just set this, like, right here. Oh, hi Hayes. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's one of my cats, Hayes. She is currently chilling out in a box, or in the box I had these guys in. Are you gonna hop up? We might get a cameo appearance from Hayes, you guys. Oh, she's on my leg, and let me see if I can get her up on the desk. Now, she doesn't really like being picked up, so she's probably gonna whine. Oh, Hayes. Oh, can you say hi? Oh, Hazy. Can you say hi? Of course, she's kind of off camera, but Hazy. Hi, big kitty. Yeah, we got a cameo appearance from my big girl Hayes. I call her the Chonkosaurus. She's gotten pretty big, but yeah, even some G1 stands like TJ Omega are saying Transformers are getting stale, need something. Yeah, it's kind of wild when you get stuff like that. Also, in that Mr. Information 2 video, I'm not trying to start anything with TJ. Just keep that in mind. It really bugged me when he said that stuff about the twins. By the way, are you planning on making what if videos for your channel? Cyberlight asked that. Probably not. I mean, I'm not gonna say never. It's just that's not something I'm like, I plan on doing that. Maybe one day. At Talon Productions, I made for my stories a Cybertronian cult which worshipped the first beings from the Omniverse, and Infernicus is a member of that cult. Interesting. Him being cult-like, I think that definitely works. Sentinel's sword is so cool that Thanos made the same one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the shield is pretty cool. G1ers wouldn't survive being in the TMNT. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm glad that you guys liked Hayes. The kitty snuggled up me every night when Talon and I went to see Peter Cullen. Yep. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I don't know if this has really popped up on YouTube or not, but Austin actually flew out here to meet me, and we went to a convention together, Soda City Comic Con, and we met Peter Cullen. We did an exclusive like VIP thing, uh, and we got stuff signed. He got a inbox Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus signed. I got the '07 poster that's like the close up of Optimus's face signed. It was a good time. It was very fun. Really great. Do you want us to have a meltdown at how versatile the Godzilla franchise? Yeah. No, I agree. Um, unbeknownst, hello. Glad you could join. Um, Hope you guys are enjoying so far. I know I'm not the most exciting with these live streams. Also, slight spoiler alert. Next weekend, or I guess, yeah. I'm gonna be doing. I don't know what day yet. Might be Saturday. Might be Sunday. We'll just have to see. But I'm planning on doing another live stream, and it's going to be a live unboxing because I will be getting in the Age of Extinction 3.0 DLX lockdown. So that would be cool. You guys know I love me some 3.0, and I thought that would be pretty fun to do as a live. Oh, god damn it. As annoying as Berserker and Crowbar can be, Hatchet's the fucking worst one with transforming, at least in my opinion, out of those three. Which is kind of funny too, since he's the last one, and he is the worst out of the three. I like having Hatchet. I don't dislike him quite as much as a lot of other people do, but he's still not great. But yeah, so that'll be fun. I will obviously let you guys know when that's happening. It just sucks because I went ahead and shipped it because I had it in. If you guys are familiar with Big Bad Toy Store, they have like a pile of loot system. Like I pre-ordered Lockdown through the Chosen Prime, and they also have a system like that called your stash. So I shipped him from it, and he's gonna get here. I think it says Wednesday, so I'm just like, no, he's gonna be sitting for like 2 or 3 days or whatever, and. I'm not, because I do want it to be a legit unboxing. You know, not just take him out of the box beforehand, but then like, oh guys, live unbox. Like, so I am going to wait to legitimately open him to give a more full experience. So that'll be fun. It just that wait's gonna suck for me because that Hatchet Lockdown is going to be a to me from me birthday gift, and come on, plug in. Oh, there it fucking goes. Because my birthday is next Sunday. Fun fact. So, goddamn, I hate I hate these fucking families. So yeah, long story short, 3.0 DLX Lockdown live unboxing live stream. Damn. Say Talon, would you get into TMT one day? I mean, I'm a casual Ninja Turtles fan. I was really into it as a kid when the what was it, the 02, 03 show was on. I love basically all of the movies. I've never seen Ninja Turtles 3 where they like time travel. I've heard that one's kind of like whack anyway. But and I like the more recent live action movies. For example, I think Shredder in the 2014 movie is fucking badass, and I really, really wish that they like a really good figure of him would come out because I love that design. He kicked a lot of ass, like the whole Raphael, you know, glad for you to join us. The fourth cage is for you. That shit is so fucking hard, dude. Like, how are you gonna tell a big ass motherfucker that they're going in that fucking cage? Alright, let's see here. I said in previous things I like TJ Omega when he's not going after Bayformers. Yeah. J-Man, remember when you tried to decipher that one Quintessa drawing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What Quintessa drawing? The Great Deceiver. Optimus betraying, or Sentinel betraying the Autobots and reacting to it. By the way, are you into Godzilla? Oh, Cyberlight, of course. I wish it was over here, but like I have Monster Arts, not Shin Godzilla, -1 Godzilla. Yeah, I love Godzilla. I'm not gonna act like it's something that I'm like, oh my god, you know. I know every single thing. I know I haven't seen every single movie, but that Godzilla was a childhood favorite, and it has stayed. It's just not something that I'm like, I guess like this, having a bunch of stuff. I mean, I do have a good bit of Godzilla figures. And I went and saw a re-release of -1 that they did in May. It was part of like a AMC theaters, and they did like, I forget what it was. It was like just AMC Classic. I was like, can this just fucking... Alright, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's gonna work. Fuck this thing. You know what? I'm doing the next one so I can end on a good note with Shockwave. But yeah, long story short, I'm into Godzilla. Drake, what's up? Hey Talon, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Do you have any favorite toys from the Dark of the Moon toy line? I really liked the Leader Class Sentinel. I thought he was a pretty neat, like, not quite as complex, I guess. Well, I don't know. Like, he was a pretty good follow-up to the Leader Class Prime from Revenge of the Fallen. Liked him a lot. I remember I liked Crankcase a lot. I really liked their Dark of the Moon Deluxe Bumblebee. I actually like... Oh, that's Hayes again. Damn, she really wants some attention right now. Hi, Hayes. But I think that actually might have... like, I preferred the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee kind of over the Hunt for Decepticons Battle Blade Bumblebee. I've always thought Battle Blade... Like, he's cool. He's very cool. I actually don't feel like he holds up all that well, having messed with him recently, but, you know, especially for a deluxe, you know, having all those features packed in and this and that, he was cool. But I kind of like the Dark of the Moon one a bit more. Lockdown, yeah. Man. Hob asked, will you get Studio Series Grimlock? I assume you mean the Titan class one. Yes. Depending on, because, you know, I'm not saying that I, like, expect it, but, you know, I usually end up getting some monies to some degree for birthdays, so if that happens and I have enough for him, I do plan to get him. I mean, I do plan to get him regardless. It's just, like, if that doesn't happen, it might not be as soon for me to get him, but, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I do plan to get him because he looks pretty good. Friend of the server and Patreon member, Schmoptimus Prime, has been taking a lot of great pictures of him, and yeah, he just looks good. It's wild though that he's just now coming out, like in the past few weeks, when he was revealed at Comic-Con last year, which was my birthday weekend, and you know he's only just come out before my next birthday. And hey, I'll probably be doing a video on Comic-Con reveals, because I feel like we're gonna... Hi, Hayes. I feel like we're gonna see some cool stuff, especially with Scorn being the next Titan Dinobot that we know about thanks to listings. I get the feeling he'll be there. I feel like we might see some of the 07 guys that are being redone in Studio Series next year for the 20th anniversary of the 07 movie. And there's also TLK Bumblebee and TLK Megatron. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how much of that we see. I'm expecting to at least see some of it, and then, you know, stuff from YOLO Park and maybe 3-0 as well. That, you know, exciting times. So, I'll probably do a video on those. How soon they'll come out, we'll see. Also, I'll give you guys a little, spoiler, I guess. Hi, Hayes. Oh, my goodness. Let me get a sip of this Baja. My next video, which, depending on how much, editing I can get done in the next few days, is a video on Age of Extinction. And it is me talking about, why I like Transformium as a concept, how it's done in terms of the transformations, like, its role in the movie. So look forward to that. It's unbeknownst as what's your favorite toy you have, if I'm being honest, I really don't know. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Oh wait, that can stay on for transformation. I'm really not sure. If you can glue Hatchet's doors, thank you. Surprised you don't have many views on your stream. This is a whole lot more entertaining than I thought it would be. Hey man, thank you. I appreciate it. Eric, oh, our birthday is the same week. Hey, I'm not sure what day it is, but happy early birthday. Shredders. Oh yeah. Oh great. I'm behind again. Or oh that's why I had my mouse so it wasn't updating as it goes. The sudden crash outs. Yeah. I'm sorry. TBH, outside of the head, AOE Grimlock design is one of my favorite looks for the character. It's one of mine. I think the visor could have been cool, but I actually really like his head design in Bay movies. Also, Shockwave here, he has the DNA kit, so he has articulated fingers, articulated fingies. He has a non-rubber sword. Thank God, I hated that thing, and it can extend for one reason or another. Cool option to have, I guess. He's got, I think, is a cool gimmick because Shockwave had that scene where he like cocked his cannon and like spun around and stuff. So like it kind of does that where it like spins and stuff, and you still have the articulated thumb, which is on the final design. It is there. You can see it in the movie, and I'm pretty sure you can even see it on the promotional images that I think we're still using the final design. I don't know. Yeah, I butchered Grimlock typing as well. AOE Dinobots are such aura farmers. Yeah, they are. I thought you said Storm from X-Men is becoming a Don. Oh my god! That's fucking me up. That's fucking up my dog. Oh hey, if you guys can remind me, I'll tell you the story on where that term comes from. You're fucking up my dog. Scourgimus once again asked, "What's 9 plus 10?" 21. Wheeljack just gets done dirty in live action to a certain degree. Oh, Eric M, do you have that Dark of the Moon Sandstorm figure? I have him in my hands right now. I don't think so. Wasn't Sandstorm one of the smaller Human Alliance guys? I can't remember. Please enlighten me. Nah, it's fun as hell. Yeah, I do have some crash outs like that. Well, hey, as long as you guys enjoy. Hayes, what are you doing? She turned and looked like, oh my god. Damn, your collection keeps breaking. There's cryo. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I was wondering why you aren't a fan of Cybertronians eating stuff when they're depicted with mouths and teeth 90% of the time. Have I said that? I don't know. I guess for me it's like, they're robots. I don't really see why they have to eat. I mean, I know Transformers are portrayed in some things as like physically eating and drinking like Energon, but I don't know. I guess that for me that kind of comes to a thing of like feeling that they're very like humanized, and I just don't. I just always prefer like the Bayverse portrayal where they are they are still living beings, but they are aliens at the end of the day. Have that Shockwave. Oh yeah, Studio Series Shockwave. Great. J-May, I can't wait for Magnificent Mecha Prime to drop. Yes, dude. You, me, and Austin. Excuse me. Yeah, that guy, hype, dude. I really think he is going to turn out good. And, isn't there a... Am I imagining? Doesn't he go, like... Oh, I'm a dummy. Yes. There we go. Wait, no. Just plug in, my guy. Yeah. Truthfully, with how long Dark of the Moon is, Shockwave was never likely to get that big a role. To be honest, yeah. He definitely could have been a main villain, but I don't know. I don't mind what we got, to be honest. And at this point, too, because I used to be someone who was like, oh my god, they could have fucked up Shockwave and this and that. But, like, I don't know. Nowadays, I don't really care. It's just another version of Shockwave. He looks cool. He was pretty badass. He was a tank in the movie. Like the three big tanks of the movies are Brawl, Megatron and Shockwave. And I guess they all do technically turn into tanks, but you know, they take a lot of damage. The World Cup finale is starting. See you later. Oh, bye! I'm not too worried about the World Cup myself. That's because I prefer real football. No, I'm just kidding. I actually just don't really give a fuck about sports, if I'm being 100% honest. I have Titan Class Grimlock, and he's really fun for me. My first Titan Class. Hey, I do feel like Titan Class figures have been very good for the past few years. I say past few, but like since Siege back in like what 2019, because Siege Omega Supreme, freaking awesome. And I have most of the molds that have come out since. So yeah, I can see a Wolverine side plot where he fights Grimlock. First Wheeljack I saw was Prime Wheeljack, so seeing Q is pretty weird. Damn, the Prime Wheeljack is pretty far off from your typical Wheeljack. Hell, I'd argue, yeah, he's more accurate in design, but Q is more accurate in terms of personality, for sure. Personality and role. I like Prime Wheeljack, though, don't get me wrong. And of course, that unplugged again. Stuff like this makes me have bad thoughts. I guess that's all the Dark of the Moon Studio Series guys. So let me put them into a box. Or into that box. Then I'll take a minute and kind of stay through the chat if you guys want to try to ask me anything directly while I'm not, you know, working on stuff. Of course, this came off. Again, it gives me bad thoughts. As you guys have seen, I can crash out quite. God damn it! It fell off. Okay. And Q / Wheeljack top spin road buster. Like nut buster, am I right? Got him. Oh. All right. Let me get back in here. Sorry I'm late. No problem. Welcome. And hello, JMI Filmmaker. Hello. Coming by to say I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. MMO2 looks sick. Something to get whilst we wait for the news 30 Prime. Yes, and I'm so excited for 30 Prime. The 3007 Autobots are going to be so freaking good. So hype. Was planning to stay for this whole thing, but outside factors have changed my plans. See ya. Bye, Griffin. Yeah, Jazz's crescent cannon breaking, the car parts that wrap around Ratchet's shoulders both broke. I was trying to transform it, then AoE Drift's leg broke when it formed out. Damn, that is wild. Yeah, unlucky. I'm sorry, man. Tritonic says I'm a Brit and I hate football. Yes, we exist. Hob Channel, I don't give a fuck about sports too. Yeah, I just like, you know, nothing against sports. I just don't care. Damn. Nor I watch Transformers media and still am. TF4. Transformers for life. The funny thing is that despite being more alien in nature, they versus Cybertronians are depicted consuming scraps specifically for repairs to production of necessary resources and nourishment. Yeah. Whoa, excuse me. J-Man says that that Toy Boy Scourge looks awesome, so accurate. Articulation truck mode is clean. I think Scourge blows, but that figure... Honestly, I kind of want to get that figure. Because oddly enough, I do like Scourge's design. I do think he's not really great in the movie itself. I feel like he's a bit of a tryhard. But, yeah. I don't mind I don't mind the design. I mean, the figure looks great, so... Yeah. If I ever rewrite Dark of the Moon, I'm thinking of having Shockwave be the one who came up with Operation Pillar. Oh no! Was that a fucking gnat? Oh, fuck. Oh, it was in my fucking mouth. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. Oh, not awesome. Not awesome. Cyberlight, I am good. Thank you for asking. Jesus Christ. I feel like if that was live, YouTube would be like, nah, get that shit off of here. I'm good though. Collection's mine if he dies. Honestly, Scourgemus, what's 9 plus 10? I think the answer is, are you going to keep posting that? Eric M. Studio Series Scourge reminds me too much of the Witch King. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Alright, let me go ahead and get out the Age of Extinction guys I need to put back in, because I shot some footage for that Transformium video. Lunatic, you asked what happened. Long story short, like a gnat or something, just as I was speaking, just flew into my mouth, and I started freaking choking, maybe choking on my aspirations, as Darth Vader would say. Get all these guys out. Yeah, I shot the stuff for the Transforming videos since talking about, you know, the KSI guys and whatnot. Probably should have taken out the KSI boss for it, but like for some reason my head was specifically because in the movie all of the KSI bots are like, you know, various cars and whatnot. Yeah. You were almost as dead as the live action reboot films. Jesus Christ, that's wild. Do you think with Danny McBride's G.I. Joe reboot officially moving forward, this will finally get the Transformers film series to gain momentum? I don't know. Although, to be honest, I'm not really sure how G.I. Joe would help Transformers, because if anything, you know, G.I. Joe needs Transformers help. Which is why they keep attaching the Transformers to various degrees. At least you're alive. Thank you. I appreciate that. Proud owner of Studio Series Helicopter Dropkick. Only Studio Series figure I have. Interesting. And you know what? That one's pretty good. I do like that one. You spit out my boy Waspin Hair. I already did, bro. He didn't look too alive, though. Damn. Saying before. Oh, dude, I saw your thing about the rewrite. I think that'd be pretty a cool way to do it. Yeah. Hell, I remember a cool thing where it was like, you know, Shockwave was gonna have the role of, like, Starscream was gonna contact him about, you know, Megatron's failure in the first movie, and then how things went in Revenge of the Fallen. And Shockwave was going to show up and kind of take things into his own hands or something like that. Have some infighting with the Decepticons and this and that. And I'm like, I remember thinking that was kind of a cool thing. But yeah, so here we have Age of Extinction Voyager Galvatron with, I have a cannon for him that came with this, but it broke. But it comes with a light for the chest, which is pretty rad. And he has I think it's 3 settings. Yeah, where you know, obviously stays on. Then you do it again and it does like a slow blink. And then you do a fast blink. So that's pretty cool. Should we check if Mudflap is in your throat too? Jesus Christ. Would that in some way make Mudflap a throat goat? LMAO. Oh, what's up, Lance? It's like Dark of the Moon Shockwave is still better than the TF1 version. I mean, I definitely prefer the design and how kind of like badass he is, but Dark 1 Shockwave does make me laugh. You know, why should we follow you? We will follow you. That shit's funny. That is why I have no fear. Hell yeah. Then we got Age of Extinction Widowmaker, or as the box called her, KSI Widow. I'd still prefer Widowmaker. I still think it's very cool how they kind of gave her a soft like canonizing in the movie, because they have her turn into that McLaren that pops up in the movie briefly. I don't know. So for me, it's like, yeah, you know, she doesn't appear as a robot mode, but I kind of count her as being a part of the cast, so yeah. Nathaniel asks, as I mentioned, how do you like Liege Maximo? I love him. I even nicknamed Maximo as the Blackhearted King. Oh, I like him a lot. The only thing I guess I'm not a fan of is the shoulder pads, mainly with just how they fall off. Otherwise, I love the fact that we have a G2 inspired Liege Maximo. I always thought that design looked super cool, so seeing it represented pretty well is awesome. I might customize to give him more of like the metallic, like I guess blue that's on him, because that's like in a lot of places. The legs, and then like there's a lot of parts in the ship mode too. There's even some like back in here. So who knows? But I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite primes, and it just helps that I've always liked this character. I remember reading about him in like 2010. When I just up one night on the wiki, I was like, this guy sounds pretty fucking cool, despite having like no real presence in media. So yeah. I mean, most TF1 designs are just prime designs in a different form, in my opinion. I mean, to a certain extent. Actually, I'm not sure if I agree with that, if I'm being honest. I feel like they're pretty different than prime. I could maybe see a like sort of similar like visual style to a certain extent, but like just prime designs, nah, I don't really think so. Which no offense, if you think that, more power to you. I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure I agree with that. But Dark of the Moon Shockwave is a menace, agreed. Greatly prefer concept art for Widowmaker. I mean, that's fair. My brothers, today I grant you your... Oh shit, I was reading that like... My brothers, today I grant you your freedom, and from now on, you are commanded by me. Rise up! I can't really do voices like that anymore without it fucking up my throat. not a perfect Frank Welker Age of Extinction Galvatron, but hey. Are you also doing a review of the 86 movie for its 40th anniversary? So, that's a good question. I was planning on doing, one of my, god damn it, I can't use words right now, retrospectives on the 86 movie. I just don't know if I'm really going to be able to get around to it, because those things just take a lot of work. Like, for example, I started working on the Dark of the Moon retrospective back in, like, August last year. That was just recording stuff. I will admit, I did take my time getting around to actually doing, like, the editing of everything, and just with how long, the video ended up being, that took a while. Hell, I actually recorded, this is a fun fact if you guys ever want to go back and try to, figure this out. But I accidentally recorded the Decepticon section twice. Just, I forgot that I did it because of how long it was since I had done it. So that, it actually provides... Oh shit, I'm doing this way ahead of when I should be. So I actually basically took the best from each recording and put them together. So like... And you can tell a slight difference in the audio. So if you guys ever want to go back to the Decepticon section, you can... do that. maybe don't post it in the comments though. What was it that Bruce Campbell said in Spider-Man 2? It helps maintain the illusion or whatever. And here is Widowmaker. Uh-oh, I fucked up on a part. There it goes. We're good. Never mind. Haha, these nuts. Yeah, hot take. I kind of think Rise of the Beast is a bad film. Flawed, yes, but it still has some positive aspect about it. Plus, I enjoyed Mirage far more than Bumblebee. Oh, wait, okay, before that, Tritonk asked, I don't know if this is a dumb question, but who's the true Evil Prime, Megatronus, or Liege? I mean, Liege Maximo did start... they're just both evil, that's the best way to put it. Also, the thing, so, well, I'm kind of all over the place right now. But, so, the 86 movie. I will get around to it. My only thing is, if I get to it soon, I don't know if, I'll be able to make it at... Oh, I forgot to put these in. God damn it. Alright. Opening her back up. Wow, that sounded bad. I'm gonna take that one back. Holy shit. So... It might not be as long if I do one like super soon for the '86 movie. I don't know. We'll see. It's just it takes a lot of work, and I just don't know if I feel like jumping right into another one after just finishing the Dark of the Moon one. So maybe in a couple weeks, if I say, hey, I can put an effort with this one, or put in the effort with this one, I'll try to get it out before the end of the year. But we will see. Because I also want to put out some of my, how I've been doing for the past year or so, like my more consistent uploading of like discussion videos. I'd like to get some of that stuff out before doing or getting into that. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, the G1ers will probably be upset about my thoughts on the '86 movie. Because here's the thing, I love it, I enjoy it. It really sucks as a movie, and I honestly think out of every live action movie, every animated movie, the '86 movie is the worst, even worse than The Last Night. So yeah, but so going back to Goji Prime's thing with Rise of the Beast, said not a bad film. Okay, I saw it. So I don't dislike Rise of the Beast. I just think it's the most like painfully average movie. I do think it's the worst live action Transformers movie. The only one here's the thing, it's a better movie than The Last Night. But I would rather watch The Last Night though. The Last Night I just have more fun with. Rise of the Beast, like, it's fine. I would even say it's like I'm sure some people here would disagree with this, but I would even say it's a competent movie. I just it's just so painfully just average. It's so, to use a term that people use incorrectly now, it's so mid that yeah. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I just don't think it's super great. So yeah. What do you think would have happened if Jolt came back for Dark of the Moon? If I'm being honest, I don't really think much would change. There would just be another Autobot there. No, it's fine, Talon. The fact that it would have been an interesting take to discuss in your hot take video. Oh yeah, maybe. Let's see. If TF1 designs are kind of like G1 but with RTX on it. Crank Welker. Jesus Christ. Hey, Spider-Man 2. It's funny though, because I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion, but I think the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films are low-key overrated. I grew up with those. I don't think the first Spider-Man has aged all that well, TBH. Spider-Man 2 is pretty good, and I still hate Spider-Man 3. The first movie I ever went and saw in theaters, that I walked out of disappointed, and that's never going to leave me, unfortunately. I remember coming out of the theaters confused, because I was like, I don't know what it feels like to go see a movie and not enjoy it. Let's see here. Widowmaker is the same name as character from OW. Overwatch! Yeah. I've heard about that. By the way, how is your throat now? Pretty good. Still feels a bit iffy, but good. Rise of the Beast feels like a tax write-off. Jesus Christ. Hey, at least they didn't just fucking, like, delete the movie like Warner Brothers did with Batgirl. Fun stuff. After seeing the concept art of Rise of the Beast, it might have been... Dude, there's so much... Like, there are times where I'm like, did Stephen Cable Jr. really say, hey, this shit's too good. Take it out of the movie. Fun stuff. I find Dark of the Moon both underrated and overrated. Underrated in the sense that the fandom doesn't appreciate the quality of the story and characters enough. Overrated in the sense that I enjoy watching any other Bayverse movie more and besides Steel, okay? Huh. I'm not sure how to react to that, so I'm just gonna say, huh. Mary Jane is the worst character in the Raimi trilogy. Yes, she fucking sucks. And not in the good way. Cyberlight, careful now, you might trigger some of the Raimi Spider-Man fans. Hey, dude, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I don't know. It's one of those things where, on the whole, I do like those movies. I just, I do feel like they're put on a pedestal that they don't quite deserve. Same with, like, the 86 movie. Unpopular or not, that's how I feel. Now, I'm not going to go on to be like, oh my god, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is, like, the best Spider-Man movie ever made, because I wouldn't say anything like that either. Even though I don't hate that movie. One of the few movies to genuinely make me cry, if you guys want to know that. That movie had me fucking, like, ugly crying in the theater. Gwen Stacy's death, fucking rough, my guy. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or know stuff about comic books, I guess, but... Hob, you think Mary Jane's hated? Why? She sucks in those movies, bro. Like, genuinely. She cheats on basically everyone she's with. She whines and complains all the fucking time. It's not about you, it's about me. Like, I don't know. I do not like her and never fucking will. Let's see. Eric M. It still sucks that Studio Series Legacy and Age of the Primes aren't sold in my home country, Germany. They're not. Interesting. I didn't know that. I have to buy that stuff online. Damn, that's annoying. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, someone's message got deleted. You better watch out. 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 Geez, Raimi's trilogy is low-key the most beautiful Spider-Man story I've ever seen. I mean, Ming says hello. Hello! I blame Lorenzo for why it rises to be. Unfortunately, just, like, I don't think that all of the blame can really go to him. I think there's just too many factors, including Stephen Caple Jr. I don't mind the guy, but I definitely think he should not have, Sorry, got some more of the Bob. He should not have been the guy for that movie. Speaking of last night, if you ever rewrote the film, what ideas would you have focused on from the original film storyline? Oh, dude, I don't know. I'd really have to think about that. I'm sorry, that's kind of a lame answer, but... Thoughts on any YouTubers rewrites? To be honest, I don't pay attention to rewrite stuff. Kind of... Well, it is fan fiction, but it's just kind of overglorified fan fiction to me. And, I don't know. I don't really find rewrite stuff interesting a lot of the times, TBH. Hot Channel, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is probably the only Spider-Man movie I don't actually like. Oh, wow. Okay. Nighthawk, she's underhated. To be honest, yeah. Peter should have stayed with Gwen in the third. Bro went from diamond to plastic. God damn. Dude, bro. He was passing over Bryce Dallas Howard. They had to edit her ass on the Jurassic World posters because it was too big. He fumbled. Plus, he fumbled Ursula. Fumbled. Which soundtrack in the entirety of the Bayverse could you say slaps the hardest? Like, which track specifically? Or just overall movies? My thing is, it's really hard to pick from, the movies. Holy shit, guys, it just hit me. There's some, like, Inception level shit going on. Because there's obviously the main recording going on right here with my phone. But then I'm on my laptop. But then since you guys can see my laptop screen... It's also going in there. It's just kind of crazy. Anyway, mine is okay, so you're talking about a track. Battle's pretty good. I'm Just a Messenger's pretty good. Dinobot Charge goes pretty fucking hard. Also, We Have to Go, specifically the film version that you can find with like the expanded score. Say Glass Natunde goes really hard, especially the last like 2 minutes of the track or so. And Purity of Heart from the last night. Beautiful. Love it. Gives me chills like every fucking time. Austin says Mary Jane is a selfish, self-centered, entitled, lacks empathy, cheats notoriously, disrespects everyone. Peter Harry, astronaut man, and thinks too highly of herself for how basic she is. Yeah, but I do like Raimi's trilogy a lot. I mean, fair. Gwen in Spider-Man 3 was played by Bryce Dallas Howard. She immediately... Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Do you think Hasbro should just end its partnership with Paramount and search for another film studio? Um, I see that brought up, and to be honest, I don't know. I'm just not sure what other studio would do well with it. Uh, yeah. Stephen Cable Jr. should have just done the Beast Wars film. Yeah. Yeah. Mary Jane from the Raimi trilogy versus the X-Men Fox Sentinels. Dear Lord. Rate this take from Bird Dude. I wish Soundwave in Dark of the Moon was pure white instead of really light silver, but he's still good. I just think it would have made him look more interesting. I guess that's like, I'm not really sure how to rate that. I don't know, that this, I guess to me that seems a bit more like an opinion than, I guess takes our opinions. But I don't know, I'm gonna say that's lukewarm, like the inside of a tauntaun. Hey! Anyway, she's worse than when Jazz got separate. Dear Lord. Also, I'm a fan of Black Cat with Spider-Man. Yeah, Black Cat has two pretty good reasons to be fans of her. If Age of Extinction didn't have the Romeo and Juliet scene and less weird filler human scenes, less people would be... oh yeah, dude, if that one scene wasn't in it, like, if you literally took that one scene out, I really do think people's overall opinions would improve. And I think people really do overhate that fucking scene. Because, like, the movie is not on the side of the law. You know, and the movie is very clearly, you're on Cade's side for being like, what the fuck is this? And I don't know, people try to use it like, oh, they're justifying this. Like, no, they're not. Like, the movie is quite literally saying, like, what the hell's going on? And it's on Cade's side for wanting to kick Shane's ass. I just, like, really don't get, yeah, I don't know. Triton, oh damn, Talon went all Bryce Dallas Howard as mommy before he even read. Yeah, no, dude, she fucking is. Like, bro, whoever could pull me out would be crowned the King of England. Anyway, It's Our Fight is really good. Yeah, It's Our Fight is good. Also, of course, the forest battle theme. Great. I really like Heed Our Warning and We Were Gods Once. The Scorponaut track, legendary. I still miss Sam Neill. May he be resting in peace. Yep. Yes, R.I.P. my guy, the Dinosaur Man. Great shit. Love him. I don't like Sam's I'm Just a Messenger arc or whatever that was. I mean, I don't know, I thought it was good. You know, yeah, he might not be the most important to the thing, but he still has his place, and I feel like that's good. Conceptually, a white Dark Living Soundwave would have been cool. I mean, yeah, and like was said before, with him being kind of like light silver anyway, he's not that far off. So it definitely could have worked. worked. Let's see. She's also just like actually good. I was reading a thing last night of everything she did for Peter in one of the comics. We have to go. Yeah, I think I mentioned that one specifically. The movie version. The scene itself was important to establishing tension between Cade and Tessa and Shane. They just need to cut out those infamous 30 seconds. Yeah, I really... a friend of mine did an edit. His name is Shadow25. He did an edit where that bit's cut out. And, like, it works. It works. Dark Side put W-A. See, It's Our Fight single-handedly got me into movie scores. Oh, wow. See, that's pretty cool. Hey, Austin just sold Studio Series Bone Crushers. Yeah, guys, if anyone wants some Studio Series or Transformer stuff in general, Austin is selling a lot on his eBay page. I don't know if it'll let you, Austin, but maybe you should post a link in the chat, just in case anyone's interested. But do you think Lennox would have been more interesting as a protagonist than Cade in Age of Extinction? Possibly. I do think Cade has an interesting situation. You know, being like the struggling dad trying to pay bills and getting caught up in this big thing. So, like, I do feel like he has a fairly interesting story. Because Cade, or Lennox to a certain extent, you know, would just have, like, military guy story. At the same time, though, if you still go with the whole betrayal angle, that would be cool, too. So, like, I definitely think, you know, Lennox would work well. Especially with them having a daughter. Despite last night being bad, has one of the best soundtracks in the Bayverse. Oh yeah, the score for the last night is beautiful. As always, Steve Jablonski cooks. Damn, if this could like rotate correctly, that ooh, I did not like how that was bending. Jesus Christ, that was gonna break. I did not like that. No cracks or anything, so that's good. Of course, this swivels on freaking transparent plastic. X-Men, Fox Sentinels would beat every single character from every story and franchise. You know what? I think the Days of Future Past Sentinels are overrated. They are cool though. So something really cool about Lockdown's design is that in order to make him taller to be Optimus's height, his car mode is too small, so his design is more spindly and stretched thin. Yeah, I mean that's also kind of Lockdown's thing of having being tall compared to other characters and stuff. But also they straight up do change his size a lot, because like he is upscaled when he's next to Optimus. Because Lockdown should only be about Ratchet's height, but he's upscaled to like 24 feet or something like that to not look quite so small next to Optimus. You want me to pin the eBay link? Can I do that? Pin message. There we go. Well, Austin, your thing's pinned, so woo-hoo. Calling all Autobots from last night is chilling. Merlin Staff and TOK is my number one. It's okay. At least for me, I've never quite cared for that track for whatever reason. It's not bad though. Darkseid said, yeah, I think it would be cool if they sort of reformed Nest as sort of a rebellion against Cemetery Wind reuniting with it. Oh, okay, that's a cool idea. I like that, yeah. Austin says thank you. Of course, you're welcome, my guy. Wild fact that you might already know, the track Quintessa is split up into 9 tracks in the actual movie. The last night's editing really did a number on the score. Yeah. I think I remember Steve Jablonski even noting how frustrated he was working on that one. But you know, for the actual movies though, a lot of the tracks that are like full long tracks like that do tend to get split up during production of the movie. So like, for better or worse, it makes sense. It's just the last night in particular was chaotic because if I remember, it's like they had so many different cuts going on, which is why different cuts exist with like different dialogue and stuff. It's just it's crazy to me, the stuff that went on with the production of that movie. Like it really and it's just wild that it feels like Revenge of the Fallen had a more it had a more normal production with how even infamous its production was. I don't know. It's just it's crazy to think about. See, Bayformers needs to make a return. I mean, I definitely wouldn't mind. Can we all agree that the worst score is Bumblebee? Scourgimus? Yes, I agree. There's tracks I like. Like, I like the Optimus Prime's message track. I like, what is it? Marina Tower? It's the track that plays over Bumblebee, or mostly Bumblebee and Dropkick's fight. I like that one, especially when it starts getting into the type shit. Shatter and Dropkick's theme is good. Charlie's theme is good. Everything else, though, and I feel like that movie has so much, like, a score that has so much, like, horns in it. It just bugs the fuck out of me. So yeah, I don't really care for it myself. Bro, can these just like go? Like, why is this transformation being a pain in my ass? To quote the Green Lantern in Injustice, time to kick my ass. What's by far the hottest The hottest Bayverse take you guys have heard? I'll be honest, I don't know. Austin said, I agree with everyone praising last night's score. It's so fucking solid. Steve Jablonski did no wrong. Agreed. Eric M says, I don't like the videos which say character XY is a fraud, and because of that, he is bad. Characters have other strong strengths that which aren't wait, fuck. Psychological. Yeah. No, I kind of hate some of like the fraud things too. I feel like that's also a term that's going around that people just like use without really understanding, I guess. Jupiter, that's one of my other cats, guys. So if you heard him, he probably, if I tried to put him up here, he wouldn't like it. So you guys might not be able to see him, unfortunately. But Jupiter is a sweet guy. Even if he likes to give a good nibble. Hey yo, fellas. Wait, what's this about Snyderverse? We don't do that shit on this channel. Come on. There we go. I feel so bad for the last night. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Oh shit. What would you do for the designs if you were making your own Transformer series? Definitely something Transformer based, or well, no fucking duh, Jesus Christ. Something more Bayverse based, I guess. But yeah. Honestly, when I thought about it, I kind of appreciate how they killed off Starscream Dark of the Moon, even though it was Sam's doing most of it. Starscream was kind of a wuss. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. People always use wasted potential a lot and gets annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, the more I think about that, that is one that gets used a lot, and I fucking hate that. It's like, not everything is wasted potential just because it maybe could have done more. Hey, Lego Optimus Prime. I don't have that one, but looks pretty cool. Dude, for a second, I thought Austin kept posting his link, but I guess whenever you pin it, it stays down here. So that's kind of funny. Bumblebee Score is one of the main reasons why I hate that film. We went from Steve Jablonski cooking up 5 beautiful, emotional, exciting, iconic masterpieces to pure genericness. I don't think it's bad. It's just, yeah, it's definitely generic, which I guess it is kind of bad in its own way, but... CS, the director, I agree with you on Age of Extinction. Honestly, I would have been just fine with the DCEU at least getting some kind of conclusion. Yeah, it getting a bit more like of a definitive end would have been nice. I watched Man of Steel a few weeks ago for the first time. I enjoyed it. I do like Man of Steel. It's one of the few DCEU movies I like and will actually defend to a degree. Batman v Superman, though, get that shit out of here. Awful movie. Terrible. Have you ever saw the Star Wars prequel? Oh, dude. I grew up during the Star Wars prequels. I was 4 years old when The Phantom Menace came out and I went and saw it. I fucking love the prequels. They definitely have their issues. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to act like they're the best things ever made. Oh my god, so good. But like, you know, I love them. I think the weakest one is Attack of the Clones. Even though I do like a good bit of it, I think The Phantom Menace is one of those kind of like overhated movies. I feel like it is honestly pretty solid overall. And I mean, you can't go wrong with Duel of the Fates, man. Revenge of the Sith, easily my favorite of the three. One of my favorite Star Wars movies in general. And, yeah. As cool as Night Optimus looks aesthetically, it still bugs me to this day that he doesn't look like he turns into a truck at all. Yeah, No, I agree. And the thing is, he does have some truck parts. He's got the smokestacks on the back. He's got gas tanks and like kind of like they're like under the smokestacks, I think. He's got the sides of the truck and the door handles on his chest. Those are his pecs. I believe the lights on his like side skirt armor. Otherwise, though, nothing really. And even then, a lot of those things could kind of be chalked up as just like cool robot detail than truck detail. Which sucks too, because I feel like with the curves and whatnot of the I can't remember what like the brand that truck is. Wow, the Western Star. With like the curves and stuff of the Western Star truck, they easily, I feel, could have done like just using the curves and whatnot of the truck to make armor and to make it look a bit more truck-like. Yeah, that's why I tend to kind of prefer the concept art design, because it does have more truck stuff and kind of more in common with his '07 through Dark of the Moon trilogy design. Tritonk says, Batman v Superman, your favorite film? Hey man, you enjoy it, more power to you. I think that's kind of a wild take, and I mean that with no offense, I promise. I'm like, damn. Because that movie to me is just, I mean, there's stuff I like in it. For example, Ben Affleck as Batman, love it. Action scenes, for the most part, are pretty good, especially the warehouse fight with Batman. But most Batman stuff I like in the movie. But God, most of everything else, like I feel like Superman is done so poorly in that movie. Like, I remember, like, I was just shaking my head when Batman is swinging him around that fucking room. And I'm just like, this movie has to suck from the point of view of a Superman fan. Wow. Plus, that main fight, terrible. Again, all my opinions. But, do you think Michael Bay would be back to do one final Bayformers from TLK? I mean, he is supposedly coming back. So, if that ends up happening, I really don't think we're going to get a Last Night sequel, though. I genuinely just do not see that happening. I wouldn't necessarily be against it, but I don't see it happening. Let's see here. Hulk 2003 is really awesome. I fucking hate that movie, dude. A masterpiece? I don't know about that. Of course, no offense. If you like it, you like it. That's a movie I just remember, like, I was disappointed as a kid, and then going back and rewatching scenes, like, Hulk fucking growing to be, like, 30 feet tall is really fucking stupid to me. Fighting mutated dogs is really fucking stupid to me. I do like trying to explore a more psychological angle with stuff, but I can't help sometimes, like, whenever the movie pauses to have the Hulk, looking at a fucking rock in the desert, contemplating things. I'm just like, guys, it's the fucking Hulk. Punch something. Let's see here. Severely underrated? That's alright, Austin. Everyone's wrong every now and then. Prime is the best one. Anyways, out of the Godzilla movies you've seen so far, what's your favorite? I mean, I like most Godzilla movies. Minus one, I know it's kind of like a go-to answer nowadays, but probably my favorite. That movie's just genuinely so well done. But I love, like, Godzilla 2014. I've warmed up a lot to King of the Monsters. Hell, unpopular, I like the 98 Godzilla. I grew up on that one, so. J-Man said the Age of Extinction and Last Night designs were made to be 3-0 figures. They do work pretty well as 3-0 figures, so that's something. Yeah, there's a lot of just random stuff. Cyberlight, unpopular opinion, live action Hulk peaked with 2008 The Age of Ultron. I mean, hey, I agree with that. Like, I love The Incredible Hulk. I feel like that's a very underrated movie. Jupiter, it's alright, big guy. What you up to? Jupiter, you want to try to be on camera? I know you don't like when I pick you up either, but you want to try? Hey guys, would you like to see my buddy Jupiter? Oh, come back, Jupiter. Jupiter! Come here, big man. Hey, big guy. Come here. Oh, I think he knows I'm trying to pick him up, so now he's just like, no. Jupiter! Oh, alright, guys. I don't know if he'll stay, but, here's a big man. Hey, Jupiter. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, Jupiter, you're okay. He's so weird. He loves to be pet, but it's kind of like if you touch, like, a certain part of his back, he's just like, no thanks. Alright, big guy. Damn, he left freaking... Hold on. I think I need to dust the room. He hasn't been in the box lately, so... Definitely need a sweep. But, give me a second to get back to it. Come on, chair. Just work right. I feel like I've gotten behind, so I'm just going to start from here. At Talon Productions, for my Omniverse story, a lot of designs for my OCs inspired by demons and angels. I especially like when villains look like angels. Oh, that's interesting. Pretty cool. Bayverse had the best toy line from 07 to Dark and Moon. After that, they weren't as good, as my opinion. I feel so conflicted sometimes because I love the original toy line stuff from the Bay movies, but like I don't know. I definitely prefer. I think I do kind of prefer stuff now sometimes because I mean a lot of those toys are definitely fun, but I don't know. I do prefer my like stuff to pose well, be pretty accurate. Not that we didn't have accurate toys or things that posed well back then, because obviously we did. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of prefer what we get now more so, but I definitely look back pretty fondly on a lot of the older stuff. So like, I definitely get it. Hey, I'm glad you guys like seeing Jupiter. So he's a good big old boy. Cyberlight says only real problem I have is that people are really calling 2008 Hulk a different guy. Yeah, I don't know why, because it's like the MCU has gone out of its way sometimes even to reference the Incredible Hulk, and like, you know, they're the same character, whether it's a different actor, you guys. It's just a recast. Like, that movie happened. Tony Stark was in it. Alright, see, I have a Decepticon decal on my truck. I have one on my car, along with having the, to punish and enslave, as well. Although I did have someone give me a bit of a funny look with that one time. I had to take some trash off to the dump, and, guy was just like, what does that mean? I was like, oh, it's from Transformers. Oh, like one of the Decepticons? Yeah. So that went pretty well. I don't know, because I guess seeing something about enslavement might, you know, bother some people. Just like, it's just a Transformers thing, I swear. I'm on my last figure to transform, you guys. It doesn't mean I'm going. I will say, though, I probably will need to get off of here in about half an hour, a little over half an hour. It is, in my time, 3:54 p.m. And so probably about 4:30, I'll get off of here. Maybe stay a bit later. We'll see. We'll see how it's looking. But yeah, and I guess that's all of those guys. So Tritunk says possible MCU hot take: the best Thor film was the first one. I really wouldn't disagree. I actually prefer the first two over the last two. I know Thor Ragnarok tends to be put up as like the best one, and I like Ragnarok, but I just really do not care for the really comedic approach to Thor. Because the first two movies had that kind of nice, like, fish out of water story with Thor in the first movie being the fish out of water to then him kind of being around Jane as she was the fish out of water in the Dark World. And then just his humor too through like the first Avengers, Age of Ultron, all that. I don't know, freaking Taika coming in and just like throwing a bunch of shitty jokes and then people reacting to it. I'm just like, eh. Granted, I think a lot of the humor works in Ragnarok. It's just I feel like that story should have been at least a little serious. But hey, maybe that's just me. Transformers Prime toys are good, but started to drop off after that. Age of Extinction TLK toys are seriously lacking. You know what? I'm going to throw out a possibly unpopular opinion here that I think the Last Night toy line was actually pretty damn good. In a lot of the ways, it's kind of like pre-studio series, I feel like. Now, they did have a lot of like random-ass repaints, especially once it didn't look great, like that Wave 1 Age of Extinction Bumblebee repaint, who was just almost completely that like bad toy looking yellow. But a lot of the new mold stuff in that line was pretty good. Like the Voyager Optimus, I'll admit it did age a little quick, but pretty good when it came out. Like the Voyager Megatron, great. Hound was great. Voyager Scorn, fucking awesome. Nitro, great. Even the Megatron leader class, I feel like was pretty good. Still might have the best jet mode. Even uh-oh, I left the chat. Are we still going? Oh, okay. So why is it... Oh, it's just being weird on here. Okay, I thought I had a mess up with the phone. Yeah, I don't know. Hot take, I prefer bad endings for stories only as what-ifs. I don't like it when stories ends depressing. I feel like it wastes my time. I mean, I guess I can understand that to a point. I guess for me it also depends on kind of the context, you know? Because, like, Infinity War ends pretty bad, but then we get into Endgame, you know? You wouldn't have as good of a finale as Endgame is without Infinity War kind of having that build-up with it. Horror movies, I don't mind. Like, if anyone's seen Obsession, first of all, great fucking movie. Oh my god, Obsession is so good. But then, like, that ending is a bit, you know, dark, to say the least. Ragnarok makes me want to vomit. I'm not even bothered with Love and Thunder. I despise Taika with a passion. I like Taika. I don't know. His kind of way of going about things, especially with Thor, has been just, eh. Alright, Yo, I'm back. Just in case you want to know, it's 0-0 halftime. Interesting. I'm glad you're back. Let's see. Am I the only people that thinks the TLK Voyager is better than the SS Leader? There's something about the SS proportions that look off. I'm not saying you're the only person, obviously, but I don't agree. I do feel like the Studio Series is way better, and I do feel like overall it probably has better proportions. There are interesting things with the Last Night Voyager, though. I do like it. Talon had evolved from tech issues at the start to during. Yeah, that was just because you know, my mouse has like the back button. I'm pretty sure I hit that and it made this go away. I got all that stuff transformed though, you guys. So now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Also, let me go fix my fan. Also, if you guys, it's pretty fucking hot here right now. Like currently it's around 100 degrees outside. So I have an air conditioner and 2 fans going. One fan blowing the air conditioning air more so over here than one fan by me. So I meant to say this at the start, but like I hope that hasn't been annoying to hear. And gotten in the way at all. But I need to go fix one of the fans because it's currently, I think, knocking against something, and that just, I don't know what it is, but that always annoys the fuck out of me. I forget who asked, so apologies. But You know, I was asked about Godzilla earlier, so here's my Monster Arts -1. Not much to it, you know, it's -1. But, yeah. Screonk. Yeah, let's see here. By the way, what do you think the next Jurassic World movie is even going to be about? I have no idea. Truly. I don't know. I know that's kind of a lame-ass answer, but it is what it is. Like you said, I'm still impressed by how good of a job they did at the last night Megatron as a toy on the first. Yeah, honestly, yeah, because the Voyager, like, and the Voyager does pretty good. I feel like both of its modes have their flaws. You know, like the feet being under the jet mode wings, or like I wish the skirt pieces on the sides were a bit more accurate. But yeah, like, but I can't remember if I might have been interrupted when I said I'm not sure. But the leader class jet mode, that still might be the best last night Megatron jet mode, even including third parties, if I'm being 100% honest. It's just really clean, really accurate. It's good. And hey, if you want to talk about Jurassic World, I got this big girl. The Hammond Collection Indominus Rex. So that's cool. Very nice figure. Like it a lot. Godzilla looks sick. Yes, it does. It's pretty great. Have I seen King Kong 2005, by the way? Yes, I have. Loved it. Loved that movie as a kid. Played the game a lot. Had some of the toys. I think that is a great film. It's one of those movies where I could definitely say it's a little indulgent, but my thing is, that's part of why I love it, because Peter Jackson, like, that movie was such a big influence on him. And, you know, just the way he was able to passionately not only remake something that he loved, and well, probably still loves, but was able to do his own thing with it and make it so referential. I don't know. I like that movie to me is great. I fucking love that movie. And just the world of that Skull Island I find very cool too. Like going with the idea of like everything kept evolving there, so it's not a T-Rex anymore. It's the V-Rex. It was like Vistatosaurus or something like that. So yeah. Hot take, Dino sucks. Like, Alex said that. Like Dino here, Dark of the Moon. Why do you say he sucks? I mean, if you don't like him, you don't like him. I don't know. I feel like that's such a definitive, like, yeah, he sucks. But, like, why? Drake asked at Talon Productions, have you seen the new Prime 1 Studios Devastator? The twins are included. Yes, bro. Yeah, I fucking love that thing, because not only does it have the twins, and, you know, everything with their controversy and whatnot, it's got the fucking wrecking balls. I'm like, you have possibly the two biggest, like, points of contention and complaints and whatnot, and with Revenge of the Fallen, and one thing. And the fact is, it's licensed and stuff, so Hasbro had to approve it. Paramount probably had to approve it to some degree, you know? Like, it's so cool, and hopefully that somehow opens the doors with Twins and Studio Series. I know that a, like, $1,000, probably a few thousand with how big that thing's supposed to be. That Devastator's supposed to be, like, 3 feet tall. Thing, you know, is a bit different than, like, a mass-released, like, you know, toy or toys. But, I don't know, I feel like that kind of opens the doors a little bit. Goji Prime, I don't know if you heard this, but it's announced that Star Wars episodes 10, 11, 12 are currently in the works. That's interesting, I guess. That's all I can really say, unfortunately. It makes me a little sad, but, oh, dang, once again, it hasn't been scrolling down, so I'm not quite as caught up as I thought. What was my reaction when I saw the I-Rex for the first time? I don't really remember, if I'm being completely honest. I remember thinking that the Indominus Rex was pretty cool. Pretty scary. Yeah, oh, that's what I got. Austin said King Kong is a love. The 2005 Kong is a love letter to King Kong, just like King of the Monsters love letter to Godzilla. Oh, for sure, 100%. Hob Channel asked at Talon Productions, how likely do you think it is that Ironhide's death was a last minute addition? I don't think very likely at all. I think that was planned from the start. Especially because, you know, part of the reason why apparently Prime Ironhide wasn't a thing is because Hasbro didn't want to confuse kids with Ironhide dying in Dark of the Moon, and you know that had to have, you know, Prime premiered at the end of 2010, so that would have had to have been planned for a good while. So yeah, I do not think that that Ironhide's death was a last minute addition, not at all. Do you prefer the Indominus Rex or the Indoraptor? Probably the Indominus Rex. The Indoraptor's cool. Especially, I kind of like the idea that, like, I don't know if this was ever said in the movie, but I'm pretty sure behind the scenes stuff made it out that, like, the Indoraptor was legitimately, like, insane. Sorry, you guys, that fan again. I'll never call Mirage Dino or Wheeljack Q. I mean, I do call them that, but I do kind of prefer their, you know, regular, I guess you could say, Transformer names. Anyone have the Violin Toys Legend Class Ironhide? I do not. But I know people that do, and apparently it's pretty solid. You could change one thing about Dark of the Moon, what would it be? Huh. I feel like I would maybe have Megatron be a bit more active in action scenes. Alright, you guys, that's the Baja Blast. It's gone. Now it's time for a sip of just some good old ice water. Insane, like the Jonkler. Oh god, the fucking Giganotosaurus. Yeah. That was still wild, but he's like the Joker. Like, it does nothing! He's not even really, like, villainous. He's just doing what, like, a Predator does. I mean, yeah, I didn't like the Giga, beating up on Rexy, but, like, whatever. Like, you know, the Spinosaurus, you could say, is a villain. The Raptors in the first movie, you could say, is a villain. Indominus Rex and Indoraptor, definitely, like, villains. But the Giga was just, like, minding its own business, really, and then they treated it like it needs to be fucking just murdered. Damn. Hob Channel, Michael Bay should have directed horror films. Scene where Laserbeak disguises himself as a pink bumblebee and attacks the family's rip strip. Oh, 100%. Scourgimus, why do you keep doing the 9 plus 10 joke? Or, my guy? I'm just curious. Tried that a lot. I just like how raw the Indoraptor looks. Yeah, dude, I've always kind of enjoyed that too. Like, it really does look like something's off about it. Hey, Austin sold Armada Megatron. That's red. I'm trying to think of something else to really get into on here, but unfortunately I don't really have much. Well, as you guys should know, I'm a big Beast Wars fan, and like right now we're doing a watch through of Beast Wars in the Discord server, which has been fun. But here is Waspinator. This is the third-party masterpiece Waspinator. He's pretty good. One thing I really like about him is like he has like stinger articulation, and I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, it does the curving, like, yeah, kind of freaky. Scourgimus, why are you spamming with 9+10? Not trying to be a dick, but like, I just don't get it. Let's see. Let's see. Have you ever seen Rescue Bots? I have not. I've heard Rescue Bots is good, and that's one where I'm going to kind of take everyone's word for it. It's just I know Rescue Bots is aimed more so at really younger audiences. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't feel like I want to watch that. I guess I don't know. Let's see. I think Adam Wingard directed Godzilla vs. Kong and New Empire would be a good pick to direct Transformers. Maybe. I remember he did kind of criticize Dark of the Moon specifically, though, when talking about Mechagodzilla's design, so I don't know about that. But, maybe. I definitely see why that you'd say that, at the very least. I watched the first episode of Beast Wars, and I forgot about it. Is it worth the watch? First episode didn't really... first episode didn't really tell me much. Oh, dude, Beast Wars, absolutely. It's if I'm being completely honest, it's probably still like one of the best written Transformer shows, if not the best written Transformer show. The only real negative there is like the animation has obviously aged. I don't really consider that a negative though, just because like it can't help that it was like the third ever fully CG animated TV show. So like to me it's not a negative. It's just old. It's not bad, it's just old. Everything else is fantastic though. The writing, the voice acting, just the character stuff. Beast Wars is great. I highly recommend it to anybody. And if I'm being 100% honest here, I don't completely trust anyone that outright doesn't like Beast Wars or calls it a bad show. Nighthawk, you said my goat. Bird Dude asked, what's your favorite TF show, Talon? It might be Beast Wars. It's kind of a tie between Beast Wars, Armada, and Prime. I really flip-flop on those a lot because I'm very nostalgic for Armada. That's the show I watched growing up and what really got me into Transformers as a whole. Then, the first Babe movie specifically, locked me in as a fan. Prime is just all around a pretty damn good show. I feel like the hate that you see on it online nowadays is really fucking overblown. And Beast Wars, of course, all around just great. And hey, and you know what? Hob Channel, this is for you, my guy. Here is Last Night Megatron. This is the undersized Unique Toys Dragoon. It has added details and stuff and kind of scales better with other figures. And hey, stuff. I don't currently have the unmasked head out as you swap the pieces, but pretty solid figure though. Here's a sword too, but yeah. But let's see. Rescue Bots is a good is a good kids TV show. I liked it when it first couple episodes. Okay, cool. Imagine live action Transformers movie that plays on the horror elements. That would be neat. That would be neat. Don't mind animation unless it's slow. So it's okay. How did you get the name Talon Productions? This is probably a commonly asked question, but you still want to know. Unbeknownst, that's fine. Also, I'm sure you guys know at this point, but just in case nobody doesn't, I do have a stutter. It comes out every now and then. That makes recording videos and stuff kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. But, yeah, Talon comes from my middle name. My middle name is Talon. So yeah. Pretty simple answer, I guess. Um, who the hell hates on Transformers Prime? Oh, dude, you'd be surprised. I see a decent bit of it online. It's where the Prime, you know what? Hog Channel. Prime is kind of like my version of what you think about Dark of the Moon, where I feel like it's both underrated and underrated, or goddamn, overrated, underrated. But I feel like it is overrated. I'm fandom sometimes, but people just like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. Transformers, just peak, blah blah blah. Like, don't get me wrong, it's pretty fucking good. But again, this is a common thing I say. I feel like it's kind of put on a bit of a pedestal that it doesn't quite deserve. But also, like, some people, because I mean, there are some storylines that are handled the best, and issues with the show that I feel like people, or that's like it's not as bad as you're making it out to be. Also, would you guys like to see another one of my cats? Because my big girl BB came over, and she's giving me a rub on my other hand. So let me see if I can get her up here. She might hop down, but we'll see. I think you guys will like BB. Hey, big girl. Come here. Come here. You're okay. She's a big chunk of a kitty. Hi, BB. Can you say hi? Look up. Hi, BB. Beautiful kitty. Hey, big girl. No. Oh, she's being pretty chill up here. I didn't bump the tripod, Austin, so it's still in its spot. But come here, BB. Sorry, big girl. All right, watch out. Let's see. I will adjust it now, though, to see if it does anything. No, what a cute cat and a cute name. What a lady. You gotta admit, the somehow Palpatine's return line is memeable. Okay, brief tangent here. This isn't anything against you, Cyberlight. I think that line is way overhated and taken out of context from what it's supposed to be. Because so many people treat it as like, that's just all they give for Palpatine return, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, within context of the fucking scene, it makes sense. They don't know how Palpatine came back, and Poe was just like reporting the news. I don't get it. I think people are attributing it as doing something that it's not meant to do. I genuinely do not understand it. Now, if you just don't like the line, that's fine. But like, treating it as doing something that it wasn't meant to do, it's dumb to me, and it makes sense within context. So in any case, yeah. Oh, big fluffy kitty. Yeah. Talon, check your mic. Yeah, my mic's the phone's like I really don't know if something's going on. Bro, did she lose weight? I'm really not sure, if you want to be honest, Austin. She maybe has. That Legacy Magmatron should have come with Nabi? I forget what that is. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I love Legacy Magmatron, though. Super good. Watch Star Wars was the issue with that line. It's just treated as like kind of a bad line, unbeknownst. And, it's treated as being the only explanation for a character's resurrection when it's really not. Hey, Talon, are you ready for Spider-Man Brand New Day? I am. I am very excited for it. I kind of wish it was coming out this weekend so it could be my birthday weekend. I could go see it, but hey. Bird Dude, probably going to head out. Don't got any more TF stuff to say that I haven't said here or commented on other videos. Hey, man, I'm glad you could join. I hope you had a good time. The line is a symptom of the stupid decision to bring back Palpatine. I mean, that's true, but again, it's the fact that it's treated as something that it's not. If anything, the lines after that, the old dude from Lord of the Rings says when he's just like, you know, cloning this, that, blah blah blah, secrets only the Sith knew. Have your issue with that line because that feels like the explanation. What show did Goji Prime asked, what show did you enjoy the most? Transformers Prime or animated? Prime for me. I like animated, it's good. It's just even now, despite kind of getting used to it, I just don't care for the art style, I don't care for the aesthetic. It's a good show though, don't get me wrong, it's a good show. I just prefer Prime in about like every aspect. Also, sorry to not say hi, bro. Hello. Hello! Hope you're doing well, Christian. Unbeknownst. The way you say my name is so... if it helps, part of the way, if anything, I'm saying it's like, it's kind of helping me with the stutter. Hayes, what are you doing, bro? Not on the box. Not on the box. Damn. I'm still kind of feeling it from that coughing over. Low key, I'm more excited for Brand New Day than Doomsday. Oh wow. I'm excited for both. I'm not sure I really feel more excitement for one than the other. I mean, maybe more excitement for Spider-Man since it's about to come out. Animated season 3 is total cinema. Season 3, Hop Channel, it is pretty good. Talon, since Brave New World, the Captain America film came out, I had a great idea. Ooh, interesting. Babe vs. Megatron's a good leader, otherwise Decepticons wouldn't care less to revive. I mean, yeah, that's pretty fair. Unless maybe Soundwave was like, you're gonna do this, or I'm gonna fuck you up. What are your thoughts on Alpha? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, Drake asked, what are your thoughts on Alfonso Nation before his controversy? Okay. And Unbeknownst said, halftime ended, see you after the match, guys. Hey, enjoy it. Depending, I'm not sure if you're still here, but, the stream may be over by then, depending, because we're getting close to 4:30, so I may be, getting off of here soon, but, again, we'll see. Alfonso, I mean, for a while, I did like Alfonso. I didn't mind watching his, like, hunt videos, his, like, reactions and stuff. Actually, the way I kind of got introduced to him back in the day was, him, doing reactions to the last few episodes of Transformers Prime whenever they aired, and his reactions to Age of Extinction. But it was around like 2019, 2020, somewhere in there, where I really started to not care for him anymore. He just kind of seemed, like his head was stuck up his own ass, and like I remember years later, like Austin would put it in a great way for me, where it's like he feels like the kind of unpopular kid that got picked on, but then became popular, and that kind of went to his head, and that's how like I started to feel about him. And then like stuff where he crashed a YouTuber panel at TFCon in like 2023, to the point where like his mother had to basically be like, my son's here, can he pop up? And they had to just let him come up. Also, here's oversized MPM Starscream tattoos. Mine's leg joints are really fucking loose, so like I might have to move him because he's just not wanting to stand. See? Oh, damn. I'm the leader now. But yeah, I don't know. And then just all this stuff now, obviously. Like, I was even considering making a video on Alfonso and the reaction to it, especially with his fucking half-assed apology. And I'm not even sure I want to say half-assed, because even that's giving it too much credit. But I was like, you know what? That's me kind of just inserting myself into drama that's not there. Now I hit the mic the tripod. That's fun. But that's me inserting myself into drama that I'm not in. I don't really want to do that. The only thing that I insert myself into is Austin's mom. So yeah, but I was even tempted to comment on his post about or his apology because it's fucking lame. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care for Alfonso, and then just everything else has come out and like, wow, you kind of fucking suck. And yeah, what am I trying to say here? Dang, even during wives, Austin's mom catches strays. Catches strays almost as much as she catches nuts. Hey, anyway, there's my water. God damn it. Chat GPT ass apology. Eric M. Talon's best to stay out of drama. I dislike was Transformers YouTubers. Nah, that's fair. That's my thing. Like, unless, I mean, I do my best to stay out of drama, but unless for some reason something comes my way, I don't really plan to, I don't really plan to get into all of that. I don't know. I just want to talk about nerd shit, you know, and have fun. That's why I do enjoy, even though I haven't done one since February, guys. It's been over, what, like 5 months? I'll try and do streams more. That's why I enjoy doing these, though. It's been, you know, it's fun just to be able to hang out. Fonzo was always a loser, even before his controversy. Tritunk says, what did Alfonso do? What's the best way to really get into it? Long story short, grooming. He's been accused of stalking Peter Cullen and just some gross stuff like that. Now he's kind of using religion to sort of cover his just to cover his ass on stuff, and it's pretty lame to see, to put it mildly. Yeah. Hot channel. I want to be a Transformers YouTuber, but I'm so fucking lazy. Nah, that's fair. Hey, like, even though I may not upload as often as I would like, it's still a decent bit of work, you know? What do you think about last night's Bulldog? Is he the G1's Warpath? I like last night. Oh, wait. My arms are hairier than yours, twin. Oh. I mean, I don't know. I've never really thought about my arm hair before. Huh. Well, hey, cool. No, Bulldog's neat for his, like, 3 seconds of screen time. I don't really think he's a Warpath equivalent. He's just another tank guy, you know? Same here. I get so desensitized with drama, I just collectively ignore it. Yeah, the best thing to do. To be honest, we did see the cracks showing. Alfonso was being separated from his friends. It's like with Cam, Michael Bay film, the cracks start to show. Yeah, no, that's fair. Alfonso Nation's more of a loser than I thought he was. Thought he was just grabbing his hands weirdly. Wait, what? Grabbing hands with him? Saying he admired them? Oh, Lord. I prefer smaller Transformers channels like Talon Productions. I just can't stand most of the big Transformers YouTubers. The only big Transformers YouTuber I like is Theorymist. See, I like Theorymist. Like, it's weird. I like Theorymist, but I have my issues with him. Mainly because of how in the past he has kind of presented some of his theory type stuff as fact. And I feel like that has honestly caused an issue with the fandom where people treat his stuff as factual. Like, I had a guy that was actually arguing with me like a week or two ago where he was mentioning how the long haul CGI reuse that's in the Dark of the Moon final battle during Optimus Prime's Mile Long Rampage and Scrapper are just Scrapper and Long Haul from Revenge of the Fallen. But I'm like, guys, they died. You know, one pair of them died as Devastator. The other ones died in Operation Firestorm. And he's just like, no, we lived. And then it's And Scrapper actually turned into an Autobot referring to Trench in The Last Night. And it's just like, that this isn't factual, man. Like, and I've seen that mentioned before with other things that Theory Miss has done videos on. So I like Theory Miss a lot. He's cool. I really enjoy the stuff he's been doing the past, like, couple years, I'm going to say. With, like, behind the scenes type stuff and interviews and whatnot. But, like the stuff that like that kind of stuff I just don't agree with. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Part of me wishes I could do stop motion. I used to do stop motion. One day maybe I'll post some directly on YouTube. That could be kind of cool. But to wrap it up here, if he dies, comes back, he needs to make a better apology. He needs to ask Christ for forgiveness. He needs to always be a respectful person. He is great. Yeah. See, Bulldog could have been Cup. I mean, maybe, but for like a 5-second scene, I don't know. Eric M says, let's talk about something different. The big version of Secticon toy is awesome. Oh yeah, I like that one. It's pretty good. Let's see, how about Mgo? What do you feel for him? I like Mgo. Some of his like jokes I may not be the biggest fan of and stuff like that, but I do like him. I like his style. His Just Transformer videos are excellent. They are good. Let's see. IDK, I kind of stand with Theory Miss on that one since we see Transformers constantly die and come back sometimes. I don't know. To me, it's one of those things where it's like, since you're making the claim, you need to have evidence to really back it up, and it's just like, we know these movies use or reuse CG designs a good bit. The long haul design kind of being infamous for being reused a lot. And it's just, again, like, officially speaking, both versions of Scrapper and Long Haul died in Revenge of the Fallen. Trench in The Last Night is a different character. That random Long Haul in the background is just some random Decepticon. If anything, that Long Haul reuse was probably the one that scanned the garbage truck in Washington, D.C., since that was also a Long Haul reuse made to look more like a protoform. Like, yeah, I don't know. So, like, I just feel like you need more compelling evidence than just like, well, this is what I think. And it's just, we know these movies reuse designs, So, I don't know. Yeah, sure, characters might die and come back, but, like, I don't know. Like, in the movies, I feel like that doesn't happen, like, a ton. I mean, okay, so, and granted, Revenge of the Fallen had 3 instances. Megatron, Optimus, and Sam. But, like, how many other characters really die and come back like that? Like, Sentinel, like, he wasn't really dead. And, like, Megatron, again, like, they explained in Age of Extinction that he wasn't really dead either. So, I don't know. Then, Cryo says, wasn't Theory Miss the one that popular fuck, I can't say it. The whole Megatron got weaker in Revenge of the Fallen. Remember that video amongst the most popular physics video? Yeah, and it's dumb. I don't like it. Don't agree with it. Megatron was not weaker in Revenge of the Fallen. Hob, you're killing me, man. He's not weaker in that movie. He may not be as good in combat. That I can definitely see, but he's a freaking tank, man, and he's arguably more durable in Revenge of the Fallen than 07. If Zodiac was here, he could definitely throw out some stuff. I mean, obviously, I have my video on that, even though it got freaking demonetized and claimed by copyright. God damn it. But I mean, now you see, you're saying that Megatron wasn't weak, but also wasn't great in combat. I can agree with that. I just think he was a victim of people complained about Optimus in the first movie, so we have to, we got to make him a lot cooler, and I feel like Megatron unfortunately got hit with that. So yeah. Let's see. Hot Chuck, guys, settle down. Hayes and Jupiter starting to fight. playing, but, you know, fight. Eric says he loves MGO sketches. We should separate headcanons from what we saw. Headcanons are, at the end of the day, headcanon. Exactly. That's my thing. There's nothing wrong with theories and stuff. I just wish people treated these things as theories instead of facts. And that's actually my issue sometimes with fan theories before movies or like shows come out and stuff, because I feel like too many people get stuck on their theory that when a movie comes out and doesn't do exactly what they were having a theory on, they get pissed off about it, and I kind of hate that. But and also again, just treating facts as or treating opinions or theories as fact when they're not, and that's where like misinformation can come from, which I'm a big fan of, you know, not doing. Hot Channel says, I like John Pattinson. Is it Pattinson or Pat, or like Pat Eason? I can't remember. But because I like him too. I don't remember him changing his opinions on Age of Extinction past when he did his video on Age of Extinction and said that he really liked it. There's one Transformers YouTuber you should check out called Talon Productions. Loves Bayformers, simps for Bryce Dallas Howard, flexes his collection constantly, tech issues in every stream. Jesus Christ, don't sit. That's not a flex though. I mean, yeah, I could see sipping for Bryce Dallas Howard, I guess. I'd usually have like a funny comment about that, but I guess I don't. Quick thing, I forgot if it was ever mentioned in any prequel material. Dylan's history with siding with Decepticons and those ugly ass Russians was interesting, especially he talks about his father. Oh yeah, pretty neat. Would have been cool to have more of it. RTF Megatron gets more aura. Yeah, 100%. Was it ever implied Soundwave killed Dylan's dad? I don't think so. Bro, Revenge of the Fallen got his head blown off, his arm torn off, survived the firestorm fight. He survived the forest fight, survived being shot up by tanks and getting stabbed a lot, and still saying it. Exactly, bro. He's a freaking tank. And it's really only the damage he suffers at the end with Jet Power Prime where it really gets him. And even then, I still argue, if the Fallen didn't die, I think Megatron would have jumped back in. Or like if Starscream didn't stop him, I guess, more so than the Fallen dying. Ditto, man, you can argue that due to fuck. It updated again. I didn't realize it was sitting. Megatron's body literally being reformed into Fallen stuff. See, Cyberlight, that I disagree with. I don't agree that he needed to get used to his body. That has never made sense to me. And you know, I feel like Revenge of the Fallen itself disproves it, because Optimus did not need to get used to his body to or whenever he was combined with Jetfire. It all just worked. To me, that does not make any logical sense for a species who is constantly like changing forms and shape-shifting and whatnot, I guess. So yeah, I don't like that as a reason for like why stuff happened in Revenge of the Fallen. Now, and you see too, with that point, Optimus, that was way more than having stuff attached to him. That's integrated into his body if you really look at the design itself. That's why I feel like it's kind of hard to do toys of that design that are like really accurate. Some have gotten, you know, pretty close. But it's just there's too much of the combination that is legit integrated. He's not really wearing a suit. Some things are certainly attached, like the thrusters and whatnot, but you know, look at his arms, look at parts of the torso, especially look at the legs. Those things are integrated into his body. Who's weak again, dog? Cough, Sentinel Prime, Jesus Christ. Maybe Soundwave could have killed Dylan's dad, but I feel like that doesn't really make sense, given that he was working with him and still needed him and whatnot. Are you excited for news that we were having TF6 or spin off of Bayburst? You know, Shia LaBeouf and Josh Duhamel. Yeah. Oh, I would want to know this if I was Grimlock and wanted candy and we needed to eat Cybertron as candy. I would have Sentinels that Kit Kat splits in half. Jesus Christ. So wait a minute. All the Constructicons died when they got shot as Devastator in the Bayverse? Apparently so. Yeah. Apparently they did. Also, I got a Transformers idea. What do you think of Foxatron? I'm not familiar with Foxatron. What exactly was the point of Sentinel's head being used in Galvatron's construction in Age of Extinction? It's never commented on by Autobots, nor was there any Sentinel in Galvatron. Just, like, I guess just to study and just use information from it and whatnot. It's briefly referenced by Joshua Joyce because he says, you know, I forget the line exactly, but it's like we're learning blah 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 from these two heads. We only ever see Megatron, but he's also referring to Sentinel there too. But yeah, it was used to some degree in Galvatron's construction. I mean, compared to Jetfire and Optimus combining and Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus just had the body parts attached. Like I said, I think you probably posted this before I went into the stuff. It's just like there are lots of stuff that are integrated there. But yeah. Who wants potatoes? Hey man, I like potatoes. Fried, mashed, boiled. Potatoes are very good, very versatile. People misconcept Sentinel was a Decepticon, seeing how we got other Autobots in the arc. Sentinel auras over Megatron, OG concepts and opposition are over invasion. Interesting. Drake, that's something I've noticed too, was that that bit of the night ship is way too small to house the Dinobots. Especially like, you know, when Optimus goes, it's time for reinforcements, and he's walking towards it, and then you see him inside. I feel like there's very clearly a size disconnect there. Not the worst thing in the world, but you know, it does kind of crack me up. Cyberlight says, I found it a bit disappointing we never got to see Autobot protoform soldiers in the Bayverse. I mean, weren't there those ones in Dark at the Moon? And, you know, whenever they landed down in 07? Because the guys on the Ark were Autobots. Whether they knew about Sentinel's betrayal and whatnot, who knows, but... Oh, the last night. Gotcha. Also, Bayverse superior, G1 inferior. Also, love your stuff, Talon. Like the change and the getting stale videos. Hey, I appreciate it. Mark asks, what do you feel about the night aesthetics of Age of Extinction and The Last Night? Is it worth it to be the design for Cybertron movie prequel for Bayverse instead of sequels? Because for me, it doesn't make sense. I don't mind it. My thing is, I think it would have been cooler if it was just like a few characters. You know what I mean? Instead of becoming like this whole like, oh my god, everyone was actually a knight, or like they were so important, just kind of like out of nowhere. But I don't mind it. Some of them look better than others. I do like the knights themselves, like the Guardian Knights. You know, the Knight influences and the Dinobots are cool. Knight Prime is neat, even if, like I said before, I'm not completely sold on it, I guess. Yeah. By the way, I'm still disappointed that we never got to see Slash in Age of Extinction, the female Dinobot who could turn into a raptor. I will say, the female thing was added later to the, I think it was the Power of the Primes version in the toy line. Slash, originally in Age of Extinction, was a dude. What was a knight doing in the invasion of Chicago? I don't think he was meant to be in the invasion. Otherwise, he was just sitting there for like damn near a decade, or possibly more. Cryo says, I'm glad we have more Bayverse channels like this. I know Bayverse has its flaws and its controversial status in the franchise, but the films click more than the cartoons and other series TV. Except, part of my intention with this channel was to always have kind of like a, I do kind of hate the term like safe space, but like a safe space for Bayverse fans. That's why, like, any people that try to come in being super negative, and it's just like, you have places to do that. Like, no offense, but go somewhere else. Not that people can't have negatives or voice different opinions and this and that. But, you know, still. The TRF didn't shoot down the Talisman ship. It was already implied to be during or around Chicago. Well, I mean, the reason why Cade would have even gone to like find the ship, that's what he was doing there, was because it would have been recently shot down. So like whether or not the TRF did it, you know, that night ship, you know, with that night in it with the Talisman, did show up, relatively speaking, recently. Dynasty of Primes would be the first Transformers made, while the Knights would be created to serve the Dynasty. That's a good way to do it. Right, we got Reddit for that. Philip Bafer. Dude, the Transformers subreddit is why I left Reddit. I hate that place. Hell, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was actually a post made on Reddit about my misinformation part 2 video that had a lot of fairly negative comments in there about me specifically. And I actually recorded a response, you know, responding to some of the comments in there. And, you know, I thought about posting it, but I feel like that would have leaned into, like, the drama stuff, and a few people were like, hey, man, you know, maybe you shouldn't get into it. So I decided not to. I may release that video one day. I might do it as, like, a Patreon exclusive thing. Who knows? Also, you guys, hey, if you ever want to join the Patreon, you get access to the Discord server, exclusive videos like that. So I'm doing a bit more of those now. Right now, it's kind of just shorts, but I am trying to do more videos that feature more clips from the movies, since I'm low-key kind of doing away with those because I don't want to deal with the copyright shit. Features the score and whatnot. So like a patron version of the Dark of the Moon retrospective is being worked on. That's going to be a lot more what I intended to do. It may get alternate versions of some other videos too, but we'll see. Let's see. Just ignore it because they were spouting bullcrap. Yeah. How Talon said these movies would have made billions of dollars if they were that bad. That's my thing too. People love to be like, just because it makes a lot doesn't mean it's good. It's like, yeah, that's true, but like if people hate these things like you say, they really wouldn't have made money like that. I mean, hell, The Last Night is only really considered a failure because of like stuff that was spent on it behind the scenes. Because while it is the lowest grossing Bay movie, it still made more than any of the 3 following movies. You know, Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, and One. And then it made more than the last 2, Rise of the Beast and One, combined. So I don't know. Mark asks, are you a fan of classic Beast Wars? I would like to know. Oh, dude, you should have been here way earlier because I was, you know, talking about how much I love Beast Wars. Hell, Mark, if you're looking now, I have a third-party Masterpiece version of Waspinator. I have a pretty big Beast Wars collection. I should show off some of that stuff. Not, I don't have a lot of the original figures, but like the Kingdom Legacy stuff, again, like Masterpiece and third party, I have a good bit from good old Beast Wars. Cool idea of how you could do a Raptor Dinobot, and the robot mode is a combiner, and the Raptor mode is a pack of them. Oh, that's pretty cool. I will say, I like the idea. Hop Channel says the passive aggressive insults I see everywhere towards Bay fans is disgusting. Yeah, I agree. Especially when it's always just like implied that you aren't a real Transformers fan because of it. Yeah. Simmons is the best human ever. I do like Simmons. He's pretty great. Damn. Money Income was a general audience with these recent pre-boots making up of IDK Redders. Last Night still made 3 times its budget. Still competes with Revenge of the Fallen DVD digital sales. See, it made a good bit past its budget, but a lot of the stuff was the marketing and like other deals that Paramount had, especially with like there was like a Chinese company or something that it had to deal with to with stuff. But whenever The Last Night happened, like apparently The Last Night lost Paramount like $100 million, which is wild. And that has been backed up, so it's not even the case of apparently, like, it did lose Paramount $100 million. That's the big reason, obviously, why it's seen as a failure. But if you just look at the box office number just, like, as it is, like, it was still decently popular. Damn, I hit the tripod again. Just not as popular. Cryo says, I actually binge watched Beach Wars back when I was in middle school. I consider it second favorite show just behind the Bayverse. Oh, dude, yeah, it's so good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, too. Michael Bay is more beloved than some critics want to admit. Dude, like, high-profile people have said they like Michael Bay. Like, I remember back in, like, 2010, 2011, Christopher Nolan talked about how much he loves Michael Bay. People in the industry love Michael Bay. Yeah, Eric, I've seen that too, the gaslighting, the victim mentality. It's just like, aren't some of you the same G1ers that get really pissed off when a new toy isn't just a fucking remake of a shitty drawing from the 80s? Like, kindly shut the fuck up. Cyberlight says, at this point, I'm convinced that the Godzilla fandom is somehow more positive than Transformers fandom. I haven't seen the Godzilla fandom be too bad, but again, I'm not like deep into it like I am with Transformers. Even though I have seen them have a problem of like, especially when -1 was coming out, it's like, this is how Godzilla should be, not that MonsterVerse garbage. It's just like, bro, Godzilla's been like on such a big spectrum. Like, you can't really do that. See, Soundwave says, I'm just going to say it. I really like The Last Night and Age of Extinction. I'm not a critic, and I never will be. I'm there for funny humans and giant robot dinosaurs. Leave me alone. And hey, man, more power to you. You know, I definitely enjoyed The Last Night more than I did, like, for a while. Still not great. I was still, you know, gladly talk trash on it and whatnot, but you know, it's not as bad as I used to think. Let's see. You know, the Age of Extinction I do enjoy. I love the films because how relatable they feel. I have a family. I have a family country suffering a war, and seeing films unfiltered politics is as close to the Holocaust survivor we found in the franchise to start with. I mean, yeah. Mad respect for the writers, especially in Dark of the Moon. Yeah. Did some good stuff there. I prefer to stay away from fandoms. Also, you guys, I'll go ahead and say, too, if you have anything you want to say or ask, go ahead and get it in, because I'm going to start wrapping up the stream, because I do need to go ahead and get off of here, because I'm supposed to be going out here soon, and, yeah, probably stayed on a little bit longer than I should, but what can I say? I love spending time with you guys. So, I'm going to try to keep up while you guys are doing that. Austin said Godzilla Reddit has its issues for sure. There are more positive people in the fandom than Transformers. Yeah, I still see a lot of positivity in Transformers. I just unfortunately do think that the negativity is just way more vocal than the positivity can be a lot of the time, which is really unfortunate. I do hate that, but you know, it kind of is what it is, I guess. Let's see here. I know you'll hate to hear this, but so much of what you all say about how Bay and Bayformers are treated can be applied to Zack Snyder and his films. See, my thing is, though, I can see why you would say that, but my thing is, I feel like Zack Snyder, some of Zack Snyder stuff is just genuinely bad, and I don't think he's that great of a director. He's not bad. I like some of his movies. I like 300. I like Watchmen. Sucker Punch fucking sucks. And I love, or okay, I won't say I love, but I like Man of Steel. But yeah, I don't know. To me, he feels like a Michael Bay who stuck up his own ass in a way. I think like he feels like he's way smarter than he actually is, compared to Michael Bay, who's pretty consistent with just like, I make movies for teenage boys. To me, it's that kind of like hubris, I guess, behind his movies that I have an issue with. Yeah, I don't know. I did watch Beach Machines, and while it dipped in quality, I definitely want the Viacom Generals. Oh yeah, I love the Viacom Generals. I actually like Beast Machines. I think it's very underrated. It's going to get a show at some point. What's your favorite figure from the Dark of the Moon toy line? Trying to go through everybody in my head in a speed run. I'll just say Leader Sentinel. I like that toy a good bit. He was complex, but he was pretty good. Leader Ironhide was fun. I actually really like the Ultimate Optimus Prime. He's pretty cool. Christian, love hanging with you. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's always the feel I go for with not just the streams, but the channel in general. Like you're hanging with a friend, you know, whether you agree or disagree on stuff. I try to make it like, you know, you're talking with a buddy. Transformers film in a style like District 9. Oh, that could be cool. That could be pretty cool. I heard Studio Series is going to include 84 characters spanned into other media, whereas Generations is becoming more of a sandbox. Sandbox just means, Drake, just means like, you know, you can do whatever. I would dare say that like Sandbox is applying more so to Studio Series, where it's like they're opening up to touch like any form of media and stuff. Even though I get the feeling it's just going to be so they can do fucking G1 again. Hobchen, oh yeah, he didn't have the shield in the movie, did he? No, he did not. But a lot of figures have done this, like this third-party one and the exclusive version of the 3-0 Premium Megatron, which is like the almost two foot tall one. That also has a shield. I think it's pretty cool. It's in a lot of promotional artwork too. I like the look of it. Excuse me, Hayes. I need to put this right there. Hazy, please watch out. Thank you. Thank you, Hayes. Give me a second. Damn. Mark asked, hypothetical question. If Michael Bay chose to reboot the franchise, is it okay for you to replace all the toys that we have right now? I'm not really sure you can really replace all the toys that we have. You know, they're not going to, like, take them away. But, if they chose to reboot, I guess I'd be down with it. My only issue there is it's just, like, if you're going to reboot, what's the point of bringing in the person who's already done, like, you know, multiple movies? To me, that just seems like a weird choice. Like, hey, we want this to be different than the last thing, so bring back the guy that did the last thing. I don't know. I don't... I always feel like I'm pronouncing this wrong. Is it Alobaymar? If that's wrong, I am so sorry. But, like, I don't think he used the shield in the movie. Very briefly. There, as far as I recall, there's not a scene that has it. Cyberlight says Zack Snyder is a decent guy, but I wouldn't choose him for a Transformers movie. No, yeah, that's fair. I do think he seems to be a decent guy. I just feel like as a director, I just think he feels like he thinks he's a bit smarter than he actually is, but that's just me. Still can't believe Hasbro turned down Quentin Tarantino to direct Operation Skyfire in favor of Bumblebee. When did that ever come out? I don't think it's been said anywhere that Quentin Tarantino was going to be directing a movie. That would have been big news. I don't think that's right. I like The Last Night purely for the reason of Cogman in it. Hey, Cogman's good. Love me some Cogman. At Talon Productions, the Transformers fandom was really just too much toxic positivity. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really agree with that. If anything, I'd say there's too much toxic negativity, because I feel like that could also be a case of what you're saying. I could see where there could be positive, but like, I feel like trying to get on to people for not liking that, oh, you don't like this thing, you suck. I feel like that's more negative because you're just like putting down people for not liking something. I can see the toxic positivity aspect, but I feel like a big thing for the Transformers fandom is more so that it can be too negative at times, which sucks. I used to have the opposite feeling about the Transformers fandom. I used to think they're one of the best ones out there. To an extent, I still feel that way. I mean, we're having a pretty good interaction right now with everybody. Michael Bay hates just became a stupid meme, honestly. This is unrelated to Transformers, Drake asked, but do you have a go-to fast food restaurant? Oh, interesting question. I mean, I like a good bit of fast food places, I guess. My go-tos, there's a chicken place called Zaxby's that I like a lot. They're pretty good. I really enjoy Chick-fil-A as well. Um, Burger King, I low-key feel is underrated, not gonna lie. Um, I know this is more of a East Coast United States thing, but Cookout I really like a lot too. I'll be honest, there's not really many that I dislike. I definitely have ones that I would choose to go to over others, but there's not too many that I dislike. So yeah. Alu Baymar pronounced it right. Yes! Hey, I did it. Thank you. If there's one thing I hate is like mispronouncing names. So hey, that's awesome. Eric, it is also vice versa for the Bayverse as well. Look, it ain't perfect, but don't crap on it. On the very thing that popularized the Transformers as a whole. It definitely made it very popular. I mean, Transformers, I would still say was already popular before. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tarantino was to suggest he pitched himself before retirement. They just said no. Huh. I'm a basic bitch who likes McDonald's. Hey, I like McDonald's too. Okay, every now and then I go. God damn it! I hit the tripod again. Going in for like a McDouble or whatever, or I get more so the double cheese. Pretty damn good. Also, their fries are pretty unmatched in my opinion. KFC, man, I flip-flop with KFC a good bit because like there's some days where they're pretty good, but like I feel like their regular fried chicken is actually not that great. But like love the mashed potatoes and gravy. I love the bowls though. That come with like the chicken, the corn, obviously mashed potatoes and gravy. Taco Bell, I used to hate on them a lot, but they're pretty decent. I used to literally only go to get Baja Blast, but they're pretty good. Not gonna lie, I do enjoy them. Eric M says Unicron trilogy, Japanese Beast Wars, and Bayverse. These are my favorite takes on Transformers. Interesting. Hey, Chipotle hits. I have actually never had Chipotle. Yeah, I feel like I was gonna have more to say about that, but I don't. But yeah, never had it. Can I offer you sauerkraut? I'm actually not a fan of sauerkraut. McDonald's count me in. Yeah, I do enjoy McDonald's, especially recently. Me and my girlfriend had some when we were over at a friend's house. They were like, "You want to get McDonald's?" We were like, "Yeah, sure." And it was way better than we thought it would be. At Paramount, still take fanfics. I would have got my agent and myself to pitch a Sector 7 series. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But guys, it just hit 5 p.m., so I'm gonna go ahead and probably get going. I hate to cut it short. I'm having a good time, even though I know the visual side of things probably hasn't been the most exciting since the stream started, but hey, or since I got finished with everything. But it's been a great time. I hope you guys have had fun, and we'll definitely do this a bit more. I would like to at least see if I could do this like once a month. Just pick a weekend, a Sunday, and do this. Hopefully there will be that video this week. Why I like Transformium, and get that out. Definitely do stuff for the reveals coming up this weekend. And again, next, we'll see what day. I'll let you guys know. But either Saturday or Sunday, I will do a stream unboxing 3.0 DLX Lockdown. We'll just see what day. And hey, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm seeing all the nice words. Potatoes for everyone. Thank you, Eric. Here's something weird. We don't get mash at KFC here in the UK for years. It was only... Oh, wow, really? That's have a good day, Talon. Hey, thank you. You have a good day. Everyone have a good day. And Hob, yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy the Transformium video. But so, yeah, look forward to that. You guys have a good day, night, morning, depending on where everyone's at. And I will see you guys in the next one. And I guess I will close out here with a little, just look at the guys that I had, right here. And Godzilla. Yeah, have a good one, you guys. Talk to everyone soon. Bye.